Are we live? Are we audible? Just gonna go ahead and pause the stream music. And listen back to myself real quick. Great, we sound good. And I think I've resolved the AirPods issue. I just need to restart the computer before we go live. Alright, so hello and welcome to DC30 and our Mythic Odyssey of Theros. Sorry, I got pizza on my face. D&D with an ancient Greek twist. I am your Dungeon Master Red Nova, and we're joined tonight by Heaton and Paige, and hopefully soon we'll be joined by Violet and Morse as well. Everyone's favorite half-nymph Teddy, i.e. Calliope, may be indisposed for tonight, but we love her and we wish her well at work. But yeah. So when last we left off, you guys, or not necessarily you guys, Tempest had returned from the liberation of Vashiros, Eslin's hometown, and the slaying of the notorious dreaded Shark Queen, Tallulah. You guys took a few days to gather yourselves and collect your things back in Meletis, at which point Eslin confided in you guys that she had been feeling like the call to adventure no longer called out to her, and she had other designs. So Eslin elected to remain within the city of Meletis and start a new, fresh start there with her family, and that is where she remains. But not before putting in a good word with a new arrival, a powerful woman named Rhea, who the group had chanced across in Daxos's forge, who was seeking his tutelage in the arts of magical enchantment. Daxos agreed to take Rhea on under the provision that she also aid the group Tempest, Daxos believing that Rhea could both find a lot of good and do a lot of good with this group. You guys collected your various rewards, and I'll say a couple more days have passed as Rhea, you have spent the last 2 days or so, when you're not hanging out with these people, getting to know them, you're basically studying with Daxos whilst every time he has a free moment. He basically makes you pour through different books on alchemy and different suffuses and enchantments, and he takes you through the essentials, starting off of how to extract certain materials, what creatures are good for which materials, the properties of different creatures, and how to infuse ingredients into items in various different ways. And just because I'm trying to think in terms of not doing too much without the group, you know what, I'll say Tempest is off conducting an errand at this point in time. You are in the Crucible, Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
And you've just finished pouring through another scroll, and you're starting to see double a little bit from the just intense reading that's been going on for all day at this point. It's about late afternoon. Yeah, I'm starting to see double as well, says Daxos. You hungry?
I mean, I can eat, but like, just depends. Are you hungry? Like, I can wait. Like, I could do with learning this stuff as quick as possible.
Let's take some time and get some food. You won't learn it any quicker if you're exhausted and hungry.
Yeah, fair. Where's good?
I can have my golem whip something up, or I can, or we can go out. There's a few places I know. What are you in the mood for?
Well, I've not really had much time around Melody, so I guess we could go out for food. Don't really have any money though.
Daxos chuckles. Won't be an issue.
Fair. Where's good
All
then?
right. He will take you to just a small Triton run place, actually, on the near the port side, that has a delightful collection of fried marine delicacies. And so you basically brought a large, like, I say bowl, but it's like a shallow bowl that is just piled up with fried shrimp, sardines, little baby squids, little baby octopuses, and you both brought these two giant platters and you just begin digging in.
So, who taught you, like, forging and stuff? Because, like, we've been hanging out a couple of days and I forgot to ask.
I've only ever known the life of the Flame Speakers. At least originally.
You've met them?
They reared me.
Oh, dramatic. What was that like?
Not great. From what they tell me, I was left on their steps of the temple as a baby. He just puts another shrimp in his mouth.
Yeah, familiar. How come they didn't take you to, how come they didn't take you to Satessa?
I don't know. I don't even know who they were. I mean, I know my father was probably a human man. And I know my mother was an Oread, but they just found me on the steps. I have no idea how I came about that place, or who indeed, if it was my mother or my father, brought me there.
Very familiar story, unfortunately.
I think they brought me to the Flame Speakers because they are the acolytes of Purphoros. And whoever brought me there thought I was supposed to be some sort of prophecy. The acolytes certainly did. Didn't waste any time. Before I could walk, they had me trying to master what I was. And they got their messiah, but I got cheated out of a childhood.
Yeah. That sounds awful. Sorry. Sorry that happened to you.
I like you. You don't mince words.
Oh, yeah, no. It's a waste of time, really. Like, how much does one person need to speak?
Oh, I've met a few recently.
Laughs in Eslin.
But yeah, and then after eventually I realized that it's not healthy to have a bird be your only friend, I ran away.
You run away from the Flame Speakers?
Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay. And I assume they know where you are now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I assume so as well. They've never sent for me, although they're certainly welcome to try.
I mean, maybe your destiny's supposed to bring you here, you know? Yeah, maybe. Do you know what your prophecy is supposed to be?
Not exactly. There wasn't a clearly defined one. It was more of a case of what I was. They just assumed it had to mean something grand. The first Oread half-nymph, and a divine soul of Purphoros, blessed by him himself, blessed by the god himself. Had to be something significant, right?
I mean, maybe. It doesn't always have to be that deep, though, I think.
Oh, I agree. I just wish more people thought like you did.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I'm sure there's other people like me out there. I've got, well, like, I'd much rather spend my time learning, like, crafting and stuff rather than worrying about things that I have no real control over. I mean, the gods will do what the gods will do at the end of the day, and if they have designs on us, then they're bound to happen whether we're willing or not. So, yeah.
What a delightfully refreshing attitude. Maybe you're supposed to be the forged child.
I mean, nah, unlikely.
I mean,
What,
don't pretend there's nothing out of the ordinary going. And he just sort of gestures to your general demeanor.
oh, yeah,
There's obviously
I'm
something
aware.
going on there.
Yeah, like, I don't know exactly what it is. I assume it's just, I don't know, lots of people develop divine issues, right? I don't know exactly what I am, but I'm sure when it matters, I'll know, or if I'm supposed to know, I'll know. I'm not really that interested. It doesn't change who I am as a person.
No. No, it doesn't. You get the sense that he's impressed were your last words. With your passive insight, I'll say.
I mean, I'm lucky that I was born in Setessa rather than like found my way there and stuff like that. Because I imagine people would point and stare a lot more. But yeah.
Oh my god, I would have killed to have been dropped off at Setessa.
Have you ever been?
No, I didn't get the chance, but I've been trying to leave the... I can't... This town just hasn't been the same since they installed that railway. I mean, the property value alone is just plummeted. I'm just imagining you guys having like this, like outside this cafe, chilling, and then all of a sudden a train blasts by like an inch from you guys' heads, and your hair is just being buffeted everywhere. So as I was saying. But yeah, if you want, you can keep chatting to him at this cafe, Rhea, or I can say that you guys conclude your meal.
I mean, yeah, sure. If we can find something else to do when more people arrive, obviously. Don't want to.
Yeah. Hey, what else? Yeah, I'll say you guys come to the conclusion of your meal and return to the crucible for more work. You guys make your way back to the crucible, and as you go back towards it, you see it inside, and you see a figure standing outside of it. And as you get closer, you sort of, you squint a little bit because it's a little further away, but you get closer and you see that this is a sort of, the figure gets a bit larger and larger and you get closer and you see a huge, like as in very tall, very largely built Minotaur, who's sort of just sheepishly looking through the window or sort of like out the shut door.
So in terms of our sort of like interactions with Minotaurs and stuff like that, do we know if Minotaurs can be good and stuff, or?
Oh, absolutely. It's even in Akros, who is the one, which is the place that has the most to deal with Minotaurs. There is the understanding that there are not all Minotaurs are just thralls of Morgis. In fact, the Minotaurs, the feral Minotaurs are much more distinct in terms of they're much larger and much more brutalistic than the smaller brethren, which reside in the cities of Skorphos and stuff like that. So, they do inherently have a more brutal lifestyle, but plenty of them are good. In fact, you've seen a fair few Minotaurs roaming the city of Meletis in your time here. Some even just as humble shop merchants.
Hi. We're just about to open up again. Are you alright?
All right, Alex, if you'd like to describe to her what she sees.
So, in front of you is, yeah, very much like described, a big, chunky Minotaur. I'd say instead of like the Rock kind of build, it's much more like a strong man. It's just.
Why don't I also reveal the artwork while we're at it?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I just removed the little cloud thing I had going on.
Nice.
So it should be available to view on the screen.
Yeah, and I'll put. Actually, do you want to put it in the chat as well, so anyone who comes in can see it. His body is kind of covered in kind of like a short, thick brown fur, and you can kind of see that there are a few kind of cuts and battle scars and stuff like that. He's, I mean, from what you can see currently, he's wearing a kind of like a relatively tattered robe, but underneath it, you probably see like there's basically just, he's basically only covered by bandages around his waist down to his hoofs, as well as just around his wrists. He's a big guy, kind of very similar to the Thing in Fantastic Four. Like he's kind of like, there's not really much that he can wear. It's that kind of vibe. And he's got large horns that kind of twist backwards, and then a second set that almost twists around the larger horns, kind of keeping them in place. And yeah, he's just there looking around. Oh, and on his back as well, if you're seeing from behind, which I'm assuming you are because you're walking from behind, you can just see like this big old golden staff.
Hi. Do you need anything?
Hi. What was that?
An enormous weapon, I'm guessing.
Yeah, okay. I could definitely do one of those.
Well, we're always open for business. Daxos just snaps his fingers and the door opens up. Come on in.
Beautiful. He kind of like has to like duck under the door a little bit to get in. This is nice.
Do you want a cup of tea, actually?
What is tea?
Do you want a cup of coffee?
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I could do with a drink. It's good, pretty decent service. Thank you.
Daxos waves his hand, and after a few minutes, you see. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna get it for him?
I can.
It's up to you.
No, it's cool if you've already started. Don't worry about it. I'll
Daxos waves his hand, and a few minutes later, a animated bronze statue of a woman, just a normal Theron woman, descends the steps. Clunk, clunk. You know, I need to try and do the Dottie. God damn it, saliva. Never when I need you. And just is holding a tray with a few different coffee cups. Daxos takes one, puts a little splash of milk in it, and just does... Like, he sort of holds it like this, like almost nonchalantly, and just goes back to... and just sets it down on the counter. Right, so, let me guess, it's gotta be covered in spikes, serrated, and, explode your bad guys. Explode your enemies.
If I'm that transparent, then yes. Yes, please, that would be fantastic. That's really cool. Looking at the woman, like, I'm assuming the woman is just a generic female form, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, that's that's really cool. And then he looks at you.
I hate doing housework.
Yeah. He looks over to you, Rhea, and he kind of sees because you're pretty like open muscularly, right? Like you're on show.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Like, it's not like hidden under any kind of robes or jacket or anything like that. It's
It's
pretty obvious, like chonky arms and everything.
She's wearing like a Hippolyta style.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Well, you work for him, with him, by what's the deal?
I guess it's sort of an apprenticeship at the moment. I don't know. What are we?
Apprenticeship works.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm his apprentice.
Oh,
It's a new thing though. It's early days.
well, hopefully I'll be in the city for a while. So yeah, I'll definitely come back here. Sorry, what were your names?
Daxos.
My name's Rhea. Oh, what's yours?
Right, nice to meet you. Keen, or puts his hand out, puts his big old hand out.
Daxos. Oh, yeah, he'll wait for you.
She'll take your hand. She sort of does the thing where you do the one hand when someone accepts the other, put the other hand on it, and like, yeah. Can't say I've really met that many Minotaurs. Like, no. Nice to meet you though.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, not that I haven't met Minotaurs. I've met Minotaurs. I meant likewise. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, no. I get you.
Oh, great! Now there's two of you. Right, so if you've got the coin, I've got some thing that might interest you, but I warn you, it's not gonna be Would you like to see?
Yeah, please. I'd love to.
I love this nerd.
Daxos goes to a wall and he sort of taps a glass case and it sort of... No, it does not make that sound. It unseals itself. Yeah, the mimic just opens his mouth. No, the case just magically unseals itself and he pulls out a gigantic labris with one side clearly much larger than the other. A huge, like sort of dark iron blade. And the sort of center point itself where the blade attaches to the handle, I don't know what that area is called on an axe, but you see a sort of bearded, stoic, muscular figure with like a sort of short chin beard and like a stern expression.
You hear like this very, kind of the same way that cats purr. You hear like a kind of a deep sigh of just like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah, it's almost as tall as Daxos, and he stands it up and says, "This thing I call a giant craft ambusher."
Ooh, I like every word of what you just said.
It has the brute force of a fire giant running through it. Your swings will find purchase on the enemy just a little bit easier. And also if you speak the command word, and he speaks something, and the blade magically enlarges to 3 times its normal size.
Oh, yeah.
While it's this big, it does 3 times its normal damage.
Jesus. Okay.
And like, by the time he's finished saying it, only lasts 6 seconds, though. Until you have to wait 24 hours.
Right, understood. It's for lack of a better term, it's a fight or flight moment. Very nice.
Well, no, it's called the ambusher for a reason.
Ambusher. I like the sound of this. So, money. How much is this going to be worth?
5,000 gold drachmi.
Okay. It's like, takes a sip, but it's like a shaky sip this time. I was like, oh, okay, all right. That's makes sense.
I had to kill a fire giant for the materials for this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know if there are any jobs going around the parts, or if anyone needs a hand doing anything? Because 5,000's definitely doable at some point.
Daxos is going to make an insight check. Make a deception check.
Rhea will just answer. She'll just be like, I think you can get some jobs and stuff, like, at the, there's like a notice board, under the fire statue, I think. I don't know, I'm still pretty new here.
That's a 16 on deception.
He rolled not great on his insight, so he's like, alright, you know, maybe this person is a little bit wealthier than they're letting on. He Minotaur Trust Fund kid.
Yeah. Right, well.
So, what brings you to Melodies, my 9-foot friend?
Well, this is a quick player to DM thing. Do we want to wait until everyone's here, or are you good with me saying a few things now?
You can say a couple things now. You can. So what I would say as well is that you were told that you would most likely either know where, like, either find what you're looking for at Daxos' shop, or at least know where to go from there. So
understood. So so I haven't got around much, but let's just say that a friend told me that if I came here, I might find some people of importance that could potentially use my services, so to speak. And
who are these people?
So I want to say, oh god, what was it? Tempest.
That's also like, of course it is.
Who told you about Tempest?
Well, it's an old friend. It's an old. Let's just say it's a guy's getting on in his years. He came to see me and told me that if I came over and found some people, that they could definitely use a head with a few things.
This friend wouldn't happen to have 6 limbs, would he?
He would, actually. Funnily enough,
I figured.
He's a good guy. Let's just say that I owed him a favor.
6 limbs? Oh. You know Jason?
You know Jason?
Briefly, ever so briefly.
He jumped in front of a lightning bolt I shot. For no reason.
That sounds something that he would probably do.
Why did you shoot lightning at him?
I was not shooting lightning at him. I was shooting lightning at someone else. And he jumped in front of it.
Shooting lightning at someone?
To teach them a lesson.
Wow. I best not get anything wrong then, right?
He's very clearly inflecting in a way that would be interpreted as joking, but he's like, and don't you forget it.
She just instantly like looks like the Minotaur in the eyes, are just like, when it's like,
oh my god, I am kidding. God.
No, he's definitely joking. No, he's definitely joking. He's got a good sense of humor. I could tell with some people.
What about me? Do I have a good sense of humor?
Can I make an insight check?
Make an insight check.
19.
All right. He's peered pretty deeply. How good is her sense of humor?
It's very specific. It's very like she likes dad jokes. Like, I guess I just yeah. I mean, I know we can't, and I know that you're a bit short of funds at the moment. Like, how long would it take you to get the money? Because, I am very interested in having, taking a look at that one a little bit more, maybe. Well, I guess I can look at it now, but.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of jobs, I guess it depends on what needs to be done. And like you said, if there's a board that has the numbers on it, I could always take a look at that. I'm just gonna try and do some calculations in my head. 5,000 for this, if everyone's to. I guess it would depend on the job. Yeah, I guess it would depend on the job.
Yeah, reasonable, to be fair.
Just out of curiosity, Rhea, which axe did you choose in the end? Which type of axe?
I don't know. I just was going to go with axe in general. Like, I don't know what's more appropriate.
Well, do you plan to use a shield?
Yes.
Then you're probably going to want a battle axe. You won't be able to wield a great axe with a shield.
Yeah, battle axe then.
You're going to want one.
Yeah. For those of you taking notes, Forge Clerics technically don't get martial weapon proficiencies, but it just makes sense, so I've granted the player an additional one just as a freebie. But the choice had to be made between battle or great axe, and battle axe was chosen. Just as a FYI then, Rhea, the Giant Craft Ambusher is a great axe as opposed to a battle axe.
How long does something like that take to make, actually, Daxos? Just out of interest.
Let me just consult Volo's Guide to Monsters real quick. Is it Volo or Xanathar's? I think it's Xanathar's. Crafting an item, here we go.
Yeah, I think it's Xanathar's.
10 work weeks, so a couple months, give or take.
Alrighty, okay.
But
and how long makes
Porphyros does favor his champions with faster forging at a certain level.
Nice.
Say that again then, sorry?
She was just like, oh, nice.
No, so you before the oh nice.
It was more like, oh, cool.
So really quickly. So the only ones who are in the room at the moment is Rhea and Daxos, right?
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, cool.
So the plan is Daxos is gonna send you their way. When everyone else is here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So where have you come from? Just because I'm nosy and we have time.
Was that Rhea or Eslin? Sorry, was that Rhea or Paige?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes to both. I mean, I kind of come from. Where do I come from? He's kind of taking a moment to rethink, like the last places that he was, or where he would consider to be somewhere that he settled. I've been around. I think the last place that I was would have been not actually too far from here. And then it's actually where Johnson came to find me. So didn't take me long to get here. I haven't actually been this far out. It's most of the stuff that I do doesn't really involve kind of cities this big. It's an amazing place though.
Yeah, it's pretty. How long have you known Jason for then? Like a while or?
Yeah, complicated. God, I've probably known him most of my life. He let's just say we met when I was just a little. What is would a minotaur be a calf?
I
Yeah.
guess.
When I was just a little calf, and circumstances weren't the best, but he did me a solid. He did a few people a solid actually. So he's known me for a while.
Oh yeah, cool. I mean, he seemed like a pretty cool guy. We didn't really get to spend a whole lot of time together, but
No, he was definitely a decent lad. When he came, when he found me though, oh, he didn't look in a good way. He definitely seemed like that life had taken the let's just say life had taken the fight out of him. He definitely looked a bit battered and bruised.
oh, it's real sad.
Nah, he's all right. He's in a good place. He's definitely happy. I can kind of reassure that to his friends and loved ones that he's definitely in a happy place. What about you? Where have you come from? Have you always been here?
I'm sort of from Satessa. You ever been there?
Will I ever been to Satessa?
Unlikely.
You might have ventured into the Nessian Wood as part of Jason's herd, but never to Satessa outright.
Well, the name rings a bell. If I saw a picture, I might recognise it, but I'm not very good with the names.
No, that's fair. Like, we all have different strengths, you know?
By
yeah,
the way,
it's
Rhea,
quite... yeah, sorry.
I was asked to give you something.
Oh, me?
Yeah. He takes out a box, courtesy of Aslan.
Oh,
And he peels it back, and you see a... actually, tell you what, Paige, you tell me if this happens. I thought it would be appropriate, but feel free, and I will happily recon.
is it close to section?
Yeah, you see a
Yeah.
large lion's head, and as he unfurls it out, you basically see a beautifully made lion's pelt cloak with a massive white lion's head that sort of acts as a shoulder pad on one side, and just drapes over with its mane, creating like a fur, like shoulder thing, and just the cloak falls down to your legs.
Oh, there's a little note on there if it's from Eslin. It's very long. It's about 5 pages. I'll have to pop by later and tell her thank you. Thanks, Daxus, passing this to me. Does it suit me?
Incredibly so, actually.
Stop, I shall blush. And she makes a very dramatic like pose with her hand on her red light.
Daxos uses a gust cantrip, and it's perfect. It's just...
I don't suppose you found. Are we finished for the day, Daxus?
Yeah. Come back tomorrow. I have something a bit more substantial that may interest you, but for today, be free.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. Don't suppose you want to like go around together? Like, I need to pick up some things. If you're new to the area, I can just show you around.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic actually. I'd love to look around with someone new. Sorry,
Yeah.
your name's Ray.
You can call me Ray if you want to, but it's actually like Raya.
Ray. Okay, cool. And you can kind of see him like saying that to himself a couple of times to get it in his head.
I love him. I love him
From
so
the makers
much.
of Dumb and Dumber, it's awkward and awkwarder.
I'm learning how to be fool.
No, you're doing a fantastic job. So, where to start? I guess I'll just take you on a tour of the town. So if you just bear with me a second. So there's this sex shop. Well, not sex shop, but like people buy like sex items from here. Daxa sometimes get a couple of orders for like some chains and stuff, just like basic stuff. I've helped out on stuff like that in the past. It's been pretty straightforward and consistent.
I'll allow
like,
it. I'll say it's canon.
Nice.
Yeah. What else?
Do you know if they do anything with rope?
Not really. I don't really partake. I just sort of make the stuff, if you get me.
My apologies. I did not mean
Obviously,
to.
no. I just can't weave. Like nothing against it, you know. So
Can you not take some mental note of the shop's position?
Rhea, as you say you can't weave, you have a flashback to your dead mother in exasperatedly stomping her foot at your progress when you were a cub. Oh wow, I was not expecting crickets from that, never mind.
So over there, it's the Decatia.
The deck tree. Okay.
Like, apparently people do magic there, I think. I'm not really 100% on you. Like, I think they're like wizards. It's not really my thing.
Right. Yeah. I would say that I probably would not be able to do anything there because I'm assuming that you need to have at least a scholarship or a scholar or some kind of academic abilities, right?
I mean, I'm sure you'd do fine if you wanted to.
You see a moment on his face where he is proud that he remembered the word academic scholar.
Oh, I love him. So, apart from that, obviously we've got all the temples and shit. But I mean, obviously the temples, God bless. Or God
around,
bless.
what temples do I see? Like, which ones?
Make a perception check.
Sweet.
Or an investigation, your choice.
Oh, I've already rolled for perception, so it's fine. I'll do 16.
So if you guys are where I think you are, which is sort of one of the bigger main squares,
Yeah,
as in
I
where
think
the actual agora is, you would see all of them. You're basically in this enormous square that's bustling with life. There's minstrels, or no, buskers, sorry, people with food carts, and you see all the major ones. Heliod is one of the larger ones. Thasa's quite a large one as well. Erebos, Karametra, Athreos, they're all here.
Okay, sweet. So I'll take like a very, very, very brief moment looking around.
You do notice that there is one missing. You don't see a statue for Krufix. So you don't see a temple to Krufix.
Okay. Yeah, okay then. So like looking around, I'll kind of see how busy it is, and I'm assuming that like most people are going into what would normally be considered to be the kind of ones who have the most obvious kind of desires for worship and stuff. So kind of gods who like want kind of showcase worships. I'm assuming if those are kind of obviously crowded, and the ones who are less so are obviously less crowded.
Correct.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, right. I will keep this in my head too, to come back to when I get the chance.
What god do you follow, by the way?
He kind of has a quick point over to Athlios.
Oh, nice. God of Passage?
Yeah, that would be the one.
Yeah, nice. Good choice, I guess.
Thank you.
You talk about them like they're Pokemon. I love it.
Yeah, it's like, which ones did you collect? What was your starter?
Well, my starter is Carametra.
Just to reiterate for the audience, there is certain champions choose to focus their faith to one god, but there's just a general acceptance that all gods are worshipped to some degree.
So yeah, actually, let's go see what's going on at the Agora. To be honest with you, it's probably the most like lively part of town anyway.
As we're kind of walking away, is there any way I can kind of have like a mental thought as to why there might not be anything for Krufix?
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah, okay. Just straight intelligence.
No.
I'll say yeah. Just okay. I'll say make.
Like
I'll say make a perception check. Actually, it's gonna be a high DC, but it's gonna be
okay. Nah, only 14.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Do we know of Krufix's existence in this version of Theros?
Yes, absolutely. Now, I'll say as the DM, you can choose to ask Rhea, and Rhea would know the information. Kianor.
Right. Rhea, well, do you have any reason? Do you know any reason why there might potentially not be a certain god located in this area?
I guess so. Can you tell me why?
So, the Temple of Krufix is at the top of the mountain in the observatory.
Yes, that makes absolute sense. So he's actually based like near the observatory, obviously God of Horizons.
Yep. All right, that would make a lot of sense. I wasn't sure if it was a favoritism thing or anything like that.
No. I think all of the gods have a temple here, even like the ones that are a bit shady. But yeah, I think I know a little bit about around here, but you know, it's always worth speaking to the locals, seeing if they know anything. Maybe one of them knows if there's like a job nearby or something.
Reminds me, actually. You would know from spending a bit of time here. You guys are actually standing near where the statue of Ifara is, who, at her feet, is basically a board that has opportunities.
Oh, actually, it's right over there. Sorry.
Oh, fantastic.
I've been studying too long, you know?
Yeah, studying. Kind of like scuffles away a little bit.
What happened to the... Oh, here it is. I forgot to turn on harbor noises.
So yes, I think we're both gonna. I'm
okay.
scuttling away, but I'm assuming that you're heading with me.
Yeah, I've got nothing better to do.
So you travel to where the statue is, and as always, you know, this is a big city. There's various different notice boards ranging from an armed escort to Akros, all the way to you know, like, help me find my lost cat. So there's just anything and everything between. Like, there's no sort of rhyme or reason to this sort of thing. It's not like, oh, this is only bounties. This is anyone looking for anything.
It's like a student job board where it's like literally anything could be anything for anyone.
Yeah, so more like, instead of a student job, was, you know, in some supermarkets, at least my local Sainsbury's has it. There's like beyond the cashier, there's like those cork boards where everyone can just pin anything from Pilates classes to
terrifying stuff on there half the time.
Yeah. It's like open Craigslist.
Yep. So yeah, this is ancient open Craigslist.
Yeah.
So you know, scanning through them, the only one that really catches your eye is something. You know, there's like, you know, one like armed escort. There's another one, which is eliminating of some very large rodents from someone's attic. But one that catches your eye is urgent call. Lasthenis, Master of Port, is seeking anyone capable in combat and investigation to resolve a most serious matter. It is highly recommended that any applicant own or have the means to charter a vessel. Those wishing to inquire further can do so at the Hall of Portage, located on the docks.
Well, this one over here is pretty decent.
Huh?
Miss Rhea, what skill sets would you say that you have?
I can build stuff, and do a bit of fighting.
Would you say a bit of fighting?
A bit of fighting, yeah. I mean, a little, like, I'm a pretty good fighter, but I find that I'm a much better teacher and crafter, you know?
Interesting. Well, this one over here definitely seems like something that I could probably do by myself, but having someone else with me would definitely make it easier if you feel like going on a quick little scout out to see what it's about.
It's about the cat.
No, this is the urgent matter one about what is it again? Sorry. So we see the investigation finding on the docks.
Yeah, so I'll reread it. Lasthenis, Master of Port, is seeking anyone capable in combat and investigation to resolve a most serious matter. It is highly recommended that any applicant own or have the means to charter a vessel. Those wishing to inquire further can do so at the Hall of Portage, located on the docks.
Yeah. So the combat stuff in the docks I could be quite good at. I'm not unfamiliar with you know how the docks work. The investigation part I might need your help with a little bit, but I think with the two of us together could probably get something done. Help this person out.
Yeah, but it does also say that we need to have access to a ship, and I don't know about you, but I don't have a ship.
Sometimes you don't need a ship, sometimes you just need to know the right people.
And do you know the right people?
Do I know the right people?
Theoretically, yes.
I could potentially know the right people.
Okay, it's worth investigating, I guess.
Right, lovely. We have our heading.
I'll go with you.
Lovely.
No problem.
Sweet. Yeah, and kind of, I guess we'll make our way to the docks.
Okie
Make
dokie.
it away.
Make a boy.
Make our way.
So you head down to the docks, and it would be easy enough to spot the Hall of Portage. It's the largest building at the docks. There's two statues of Ifara each side of it with massive amphoras, which are just fountains that are pouring outwards into the ocean. And you step up inside, and you are greeted by a front desk of sorts with a human woman. Looks to be in her late 70s, just like crooked little spectacles. Very basic uniform of blue chitin.
Yeah.
Yes, young man?
How are you, my lady? I am coming to ask you regarding a post that we saw in the town square.
You hold it out to her.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Most troubling situation. Up the stairs, 2 floors, then it's the 3rd door on the right.
Fantastic. I kind of turn around to Rhea. Did you remember that?
No.
That's fine. I know
2 floors up, 3rd door on the right. I will not repeat it a 3rd time.
That's fine. 2 floors up, 3rd door on the right. 2 floors up, 3rd door on the right. 2 floors up, 3rd door on the right. 2 floors up.
She waves to a sort of couple guard hoplites that was just standing there, and they sort of opened the little sort of gate for you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 2 floors up, 3 on the right. 2 floors up, 3 on the right. So yeah, we'll make our way out.
Make a survival check.
10. flat 10.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not going to be funny if I have you fail on a 10. So no, you find it easy enough.
He'll definitely be like, it's basically be the P. Sherman 42 One Away Sydney thing where he's just saying it said over and over again, and he's like 2%, 2%, 2%.
All right, you easy enough. You tracked where you were directed to, and you come before a large wooden door.
Knock on the door.
Come in.
Open the door up. Hello there.
You step inside and you see a Triton male with a large, dark blue and orange at the rim, sail going down his back. Sort of like a wide nose with like massive frills that go all the way down his cheek and on his neck. 2 little orange frills like a goatee and little purple spines on his shoulders, as well as his skin itself is like an aqua color except for red lines that go across it and that go along the edges of the fins that he has on his forearms. He's bare-chested and wears only a sort of more traditional Triton, I guess, cummerbund? I don't know what you would call, like, one of them.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, like
it's like a waist coverage kind of thing.
Yeah, like a waist coverage that sort of also comes with a little roped-off little butt flap thing.
Nice.
The cummerbund itself type thing is made out of, like, interlocking leather plates.
Oh, cool. Oh, like the leather thing that Drogo has?
Yeah, kind of like that. I'll post so the reference picture I've been using is this one, if you hop onto Twitch.
Oh, no, that's Skype. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Hello, how can I be of assistance?
So we found this, and I'm going to take the paper and I'm going to put it up. So found this at the in the center, and we feel like we could be of use.
Oh, most splendid indeed. You have your own vessel?
So I am pretty decent on ships. Is there anywhere that we could rent a vessel?
There are sailors for charter upon the docks. You need only ask around. No specific place, unfortunately, but a bit of investigation surely should yield some fruitful results.
Then we could definitely find ourselves a vessel should we need a vessel.
Very well. So it's
what's entail?
bit of a serious situation. I've had 3 fishing ships now go missing. No one has heard from them since. Last one went missing about 3 days ago. Before that, about a week ago. Before that, a fortnight. My men are starting to get reluctant to go out as word is spreading, and this could stand to grow into a serious problem for the city's commerce. I need someone to find out what has caused it, and either provide assurance that it will no longer be an issue, or deal with it and bring back proof.
Understood. These men that have gone missing, I'm assuming there has been absolutely no... oh shit, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like in modern day, we're like, there's been no response or anything, but there's been absolutely no sign at all, right?
The ships went out and have not been heard or sighted from.
Okay.
I understand the Siren Sea is treacherous at the best of times, but they're under strict order not to stray too far.
Yeah, it very much can be. Okay. So, do we have a general heading in which you would need us to go?
Unfortunately, that is where the powers of investigation would come into.
That's fine. We could definitely ask around them.
I can tell you, and he pulls out a map of Meletis. Do you guys have the blank one from the Mythic Odysseys of Theros handy?
I can get it up, probably.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll let Paige do as well, actually. She has proficiency in note-taking.
He pulls up a map of Theros, or at least sort of the sections around the Meletian Peninsula, or the peninsula where there's Atrisios Glossion, and he sort of just draws a line between Faela and Asphodel, and he says, they shouldn't have gone past this line.
Interesting that they'd go so close to Asphodel, right?
Mm.
The return of Asphodel are largely isolationist, whilst their nature can be problematic to the natural order. I'm not naive enough not to say that. They largely keep to their own, and thus are not a danger. Secondly, they wouldn't have had...
Would they have been glory seekers?
No, nor ordinary fishermen.
Okay.
I've no reason to believe they would have had to go to shore in the Asphodel region anyway.
Okay. Is this still a job you want to take?
This is something that I'd be okay with. I'm quite comfortable with it. If there's something strange going on and people have gone missing, there is a part of me that does want to find out exactly why that is.
Yeah, I mean reasonable. Guess we'll go looking for a ship then and see what we can see.
Yeah, we thank you for your time. We will try and do as best as we can.
Best of luck. You will be compensated most appropriately upon your return.
Thank you very much. And as I kind of work it out, I kind of look to Ray. I'm like, that is if we get back. Because she likes those kind of jokes.
I can't do crickets.
Right, I guess we're doing our... Are we going to do good cop, bad cop on the docks? Or are we just going to do inquisitive cop, or just awkward?
I'll be honest, I designed this thing with the Siren's wrath in mind.
Yeah, I got that.
So, I'm
I
hoping...
come across someone later.
Yeah.
Rhea wouldn't really know this. Like, I imagine she's hung out for a bit, but I imagine, like, the boat's been in port the entire time and it wouldn't come up like, oh, by the way, we have a ship.
They might have had, well, that's the thing, they might have had a reason to go back to the ship for some reason, at least to see the new ram.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I was literally going to say, like, looking on the docks, do I see a nice ship with a brand new ram that looks particularly interesting?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 10.
You see a lot of nice ships with a lot of nice rams.
Maybe we could definitely try and find someone.
I mean, yeah, hopefully. I mean, to be fair, it could probably pop into, say, maybe Eslin would know.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I need to say thanks for the cloak anyway, so...
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
I appreciate
I'll
that you do, like, for us, though, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Okay, cool. She does have a shop around here, I think. I think I've made a couple of deliveries. I will go to Eslin's shop and I will find out that we have a ship.
Okay. You step in, Rhea, and you see the familiar Blue Triton who you've befriended somewhat over the past few days, in the process of making like little whoosh noises as she's holding a small wooden trireme to the sounds of a little giggling Triton child with orange hair.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
Eslin, you see Rhea come in with a 9-foot Minotaur behind her.
Oh, hi. How's it going? Um, and you are? Are you a new friend?
Hello, I am Kiro.
Keo?
Kiano.
Kiano.
That's the one.
Right. Kiano. What can I help you with today? Uh, I hate myself. I was just hoping that, I just wanted to say thank you first for the cloak. It's really nice of you. And I was just wondering, do you know where we could rent a ship? Well, I guess you could definitely rent a ship from the dock somewhere. However, you know that the guys have a ship, like we sort of have a ship, right? No. Oh, well, yeah, the Siren's Wrath. It should be at the port in the moment.
This is like a self-driving car. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll just if you just go outside, I'm sure you'll be able to find the dock. I think Tanis and stuff might still be around actually. So they should let you on board. Have you met Tanis yet? And have I met Tanis yet?
Tanis is at the Daughters of Nelia. So, if you visited there, whilst you were, these past couple of days, Rhea, maybe to catch up with us, one of two of your sisters who you maybe haven't seen in a little while, or something like that, then, yeah, you might have run across Tanis. So, I'll leave that to you.
Well, we can certainly go look. That's really helpful. Okay, catch you later. Actually, while you're here, I didn't know whether to mention this or not, because it was really weird. But I took a picture out of the book that we had from Ganassi, and something weird happened to the frame. Like a message was left. If you can tell the guys to come to me, once you catch up with them again, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, sure. No problem, I guess. Well, have a nice day. Yeah, sure. Bye. And we all leave.
Do you need a minute page?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's the most existential crisis thing I think I've ever witnessed.
You're hard out Scanlan and Tarian.
Yeah, man. James McAvoy in Split 2.
So we're going to go to the dock and try and find the Siren's Wrath and see if anyone that we know is aboard.
Okay, with its description, it's easy enough to locate. Make an investigation check.
Making my way.
Hey.
I just love that. What a fucking waste.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I am on mic again. I won't be coming on camera just yet because I'm sorting a few bits and bobs out, but I am back.
I have seen to that, do not worry. I've got a whole picture thing set up.
Thank you.
That was perfectly timing. Is your natural 20 actually just made Morse just apparate into the game?
Okay, you head on down to the docks, and it's easy enough to spot. With Aslan's description, you see a beautiful teal. The hull is, I believe, dark teal and black in its painted sections, with a nice shiny new large bronze ram at the front, and the sail is a dark blue with ice blue like depiction of a siren in full sort of spread. on sort of facing outwards. And up on the docks, you see three figures. You see a familiar red-headed satyr, and flanked by a silver-haired half-nymph and a leonin, brandishing, well, not brandishing, but with two large axes on her back.
Oh, hey guys.
The silver-haired half-nymph Calliope turns. Oh, hey, Rhea.
Can we use the ship at all for work and stuff? I imagine that Rhea's like sort of like still on the dock, just like shouting up.
Calliope's like, yeah, we're gonna need more to go on than that. Come on up, let's talk.
Yeah, sure. Can my friend come?
Who's your friend?
Keanor.
You see Keanor just staring at Calliope, kind of like locked-jawed and mouth open.
What's the matter, big guy? Cat got your tongue?
Oh, no, not at all. My name's Keanor. Wait, no, she's already said that. Yeah, okay. Kind of hangs his head and kind of walks with you.
Don't worry, big guy. I have this effect on most men.
Stepping up onto the ship, I guess.
Cool. And you guys all convene. Right, so what's this about needing the ship?
Some fishermen have gone missing, and there's a pretty decent reward out for their, like, discovery, I guess would be the correct word. And they said that we should find a ship, and I just wondered if that would be something you guys would be interested in.
Calliope turns to look at the others. Potentially,
I mean, unless you guys have anything else you want to do at the moment.
well, we're in a bit of a bind with this, actually. Do you know who Molpadia is?
The leader of the guardsmen, I think.
Master of War of the City. Yeah, she said she might have something for us. So we were thinking of just hearing her out at least and seeing what that had to do. But you know, maybe it's a shit job, and then this sounds good. But would that be all right?
I mean, yeah, I don't really have a problem with that. That's fine. Keanor, you good?
That's fine with me. These are the guys with the ship, so whatever's easy.
Yeah,
for
reasonable.
you.
Good spot. What clever.
Hopefully, if you guys did it, I'll be able to help you out. And then I kind of like lean over to Rhea and I'm like, I'm assuming this one's Tempest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Tempest. Oh, I forgot to say, he's friends with your friend Jason.
Oh. You spoke to the big lug?
Yeah, he came and found me. Just kind of wanted to let you guys know that he said he's gonna miss all of you, but he's definitely in a good place, and he definitely said that. Well, actually, kind of insinuated that I should probably go out and do a little bit of my own searching, but he also said that you might need a, for lack of a better term, a big guy. They're kind of like standing next to Scotty and Calliope, who I'm assuming are about 5 foot something.
Yeah, you dwarf most of them.
Yeah.
Actually, she's a Leonin, so she's not quite as tall as you, but she's... Yeah.
Definitely.
Calliope smirks and says, well, she flicks Amalia. This one's been weeping over her lost axe for a couple days, so yeah, maybe we do need a new big guy.
How did you know the big guy then, anyway?
It's a bit of a long story, but let's just say that he did me a solid when I was when I was a young calf. Yeah, in a way, he saved my life, and I guess in a way, I've helped his.
Cortina shrugs, kind of looks to the rest, goes, "Yeah, I guess he'll do."
Just quick question. This is a beautiful ship. Who's in charge here?
Calliope, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Calliope steps up. Captain Calliope, at your service.
Captain Calliope, nice to meet you.
So Cortina's like does like a little do 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 on the at the same time. Or sure, rather.
Nice to meet you, Captain Calliope. So where's the? And then he just kind of like spews out a little bit of sailor jargon in terms of like getting things set up and ready to go for when they ship out.
Well, we don't have a crew at the moment. One we had was on loan. So, pencil something in. We need to put a pin in that until we get some able-bodied sailors.
Understood. I think I might be able to help you get a few good people.
Oh, just as a heads up, by the way, regarding the ship, who's got the ship stat sheet?
I believe that's on Calliope's sheet, right?
It shouldn't be. I believe Paige has had it last, unless I'm mistaken.
I have the sheet, yeah.
Be sure to amend the damage on the ram to be proportioned to an actual galley, because now it is in line with an actual galley.
Nice.
So what is the galley?
So, D&D Beyond, galley. So I'm going to read out the stuff regarding the ram specifically, because I think I changed the HP as well, because you're supposed to have a damaged ram. So the naval ram, so on a galley, the armor class is 20.
Mm-hmm.
The hit points are 100, which, within brackets, damage threshold 10.
Sorry, bear with me. So the AC is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit points 100 with a damage threshold of 10.
Yep.
And I don't know if it does it have like actual dice measurements on the sheet. I forgot if I put that there.
8d10.
I think it might be double that now. So basically, what it was doing is, so the rules for a ram is whenever it crashes into a creature or object using the ram, it has advantage on all saving throws related to crashing, and any damage it takes from the crash is applied to the naval ram rather than to the ship, which I believe means it deals the damage with the ram.
Okay.
The point of that is, whilst you had the shitty damage ram, it was halved. It's no longer halved.
Yeah, it was like 10 AC, etc.
So I'm using the Ghosts of Saltmarsh rule. So sorry, bear with me 1 second. Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Yeah, ship stat blocks. Here we go, crashing a ship. So yeah, you have a gargantuan vessel which does 16d, which takes 16d10. Crash damage is 16d10 on a gargantuan vessel.
Got you already. Done. Prepared.
And yes, the rule is when a ship crashes, it must immediately make a DC10 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes damage to its hull based on the size of the creature or object it crashed into, as shown on the crash damage table. It also stops moving. A creature struck by a ship must make a dexterity saving throw with a DC equal to 10 plus the ship's strength modifier, taking damage based on the ship's size. Yeah. I See, the rules on this are unclear, but it does seem like it doesn't, like, if you crash with the ram into a creature or object, it's, the ship doesn't take any damage, but just deals the damage, rather, but so it would have to, I don't know, like, I'm gonna rule that that's the case.
Yeah.
Because the rules are unclear. It makes it seem like you still take damage even if you ram, but then ramming would be useless, so I'm gonna say, on a case-by-case basis, you know, if you ram the ship into rocks, then you may still take damage, but as long as you're crashing into another ship, you won't take damage with the ram. Anywho, that little tangent aside. So yeah, just for background, Scotty, Scotinos, you received a letter from Molpadia saying she had some, like, congratulating you on your endeavor, that the Vashirin princess, or now queen, spoke very highly of you guys, and that she has something that might be up your alley if you're interested, and to speak to her about it.
Okay. Well, so while most of the stuff has been going on, I imagine, because for some of the downtime I was going to spend with Penelope and just kind of effectively offering to help out in the interim. Do we know how long has passed, or how long a period have we been skipping with?
Since last session, it's just been a couple days.
Couple days, okay, that's fine. I would have approached to discuss the potential for part-time study, as it were, for to try and get more proficiency in alchemist supplies, and working out the kind of costs and time frame that would take.
I'll say the normal Xanathar's rules regarding teaching apply.
Okay.
Let me have a look at that. Training, here we go. You're receiving training in a language or tool typically takes at least 10 work weeks, but this time is reduced by a number of work weeks equal to the character's intelligence modifier. 25 gold piece per work week. Also a cost. So,
okay.
Penelope can be your teacher. What's your intelligence modifier?
If the sheet will actually open up correctly, because it keeps saying that I don't exist on D&D Beyond. I'm having a lot of issues getting hold of my D&D Beyond sheet today.
Oh, sorry. You're showing up fine to me. +1, so I'll say, so yeah, it'll take a total of 9 work weeks, or 45 days.
Apparently my intelligence modifier is #num ? I've turned it into a spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's,
yeah,
so 45 days.
It should be 12 intelligence, so yeah, +1.
Yeah. So, 45 days at 25 gold piece per week, so sorry, 25 times 9, 100, 175, yeah, so 175 gold pieces and 45 days to to train in alchemist supplies.
Cool. Next question, have we divvied up the actual reward yet?
You guys have not yet. Calliope's got her, actually, never mind, ignore that. So, Calliope's got the treasure, she's holding on to it. I'm just using Calliope as a mule for the moment. She is holding, I'll say she was holding on to everything, including the Stone Speaker Crystal. But she's like, I mean, I don't know, should I hold her, like, what, like, she basically just defers to you guys.
Well, effectively, because it isn't necessarily going to be asking for cash, but he is going to be kind of going to Calliope as if, like a kid asking for tuck shop money, and will ask for the cost to cover like a week's worth of training with Penelope, to take it from the supply.
Okay, who's keeping track of the supply?
Let me see if I have it somewhere here, because I
Tell you
think
what.
I did as well. But
Most of the players are here, so I'll say in practical terms, decide amongst yourselves if you're doing party funds or if you're doing individual funds and how you're divvying everything up.
What do you want, guys? What do you want?
It probably would be easier long term if we just split it like amongst us, but obviously Rhea was not involved in that, so whether or not Eslin would have had the money is another question.
I will be flexible and I'll be lenient and let you guys decide.
Where are my costs? I've written it down somewhere.
On some level as well, just bear in mind, guys, this is a game, so I'm not gonna judge you too harshly if you're like, oh, Eslin might have, you know, encouraged the party to split the profits with Rhea because she feels like Rhea could use a leg up, and if she's gonna be part of this party, she's gonna need funds. Like, you're allowed to take some liberties with reality or like realism.
The Shark Queen song was where I kept all the spares. We've got I've got everything there. I've taken away the gold pieces that has already been spent. So we've got we can break it down into each individual item first, I suppose. So of just gold pieces left, like not touching pearls and black opals and everything else, 3,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
So we're dividing that between 1, 2... How many?
There's 5 of you if you count Kenor and Rhea.
3,000 divided by 5.
600. Shall we say we can say 6? Yeah, maybe say 600 and then call it an advance for the newcomers to work with, you know, to buy their loyalty.
So Rhea and Keno, you both suddenly have more money than you've ever seen in your life poured into your hands.
Did we keep the diamonds?
Yes,
I presume so.
Separately, so there are 300. So I separated the gems and pearls into something. So there are 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds as a set thing. With the suggestion that I imagine Eslin would have suggested as well, or I think Scotines would have said as well, to be kept with whoever can cast the spells that keep people from
death.
That, or you know, falling into pieces once they're dead.
Do you guys often die?
I haven't.
Well, Calliope's like, well...
Yeah, there's like a shifty eye moment. Everyone looks around, looking at everyone. With the coins that he's just been giving. Keonor is going to take he's going to do a count in his head, poking around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to see the 4 of them, and he's going to put 8 coins in a specific pouch, just kind of on his person.
Okie dokie.
You saving them for something?
I was doing it not obviously.
Oh, okay, cool, no worries.
But were you guys having the chat about I guess death openly, like casually openly?
Yep, probably.
Well, I mean, if you guys die a lot, then I can see why Dyson probably wanted me to go along with you.
Yeah, did Jason not mention that actually?
I mean, he said that you guys you found yourself on wild adventures, and he said that he had a lot of fun. But when I looked at him, he did seem a bit busted up, so I could tell that he probably had a few near-death experiences. But when it comes down to it, just for those who might be interested, I'm very happy to take the brunt of it. And if I get taken down, don't worry about bringing me back. It's easy enough.
Well,
Wait,
we can
sorry,
keep the,
have you
let's
died
might as well
before?
keep
I haven't really died per se. I've gotten very close, actually really close. But I'm just letting you know that should it ever come down to it, if I did, so to speak, bite the bullet, you could probably bring me back, relatively easy.
Uh-huh.
Is this a good time to ask for some of your blood, or would that be a really, more morbid moment?
This is Scotty. He's a weirdo. Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Funnily enough, Dyson did mention a satyr who had a little bit of a thing for blood. So, I'm putting two and two together. Right, so what would you need my blood for, mate?
Oh, you're fair to ask. So, I could use it if you ever got separated from us, and we needed to find out if you were still alive, and where you were, if there was anything that was causing you to do stuff you didn't want to.
Nice.
Basically, we can use it to then find where you are, and also you get a bit of a feeling of where I am as well. So if you ever got lost, we could use it to help find you. It is all everyone keeps thinking that just because it's blood and I've got a nefarious purpose for it, and sometimes I do, but this one is actually to be helpful.
No,
I never.
that's absolutely fine. I can understand that. I quite like it, actually. So he kind of takes a little bit of his finger, kind of does a bit of a bite with his teeth and his canine, kind of puncture in, kind of hands it out to you. And how much do you need?
I'll use hemokinesis, and I will fill a vial enough for one casting of the spell.
Okay. DM, do you want to describe this, or should I?
By all means, actually, because would prefer to follow your lead in terms of this. You have a clearer vision than I do.
So as you kind of take his blood, the blood doesn't seem to be like a typical red ichor, that would usually be the case with most people. It seems to be like blood by nature, but there's also a weird kind of otherworldly element to it.
What is it? Blue blood?
It's more like a flesh of grin.
Okay, all right, I'm with you. Almost element of the flood. Okay. Cool. Yep, I got you. So I kind of effectively scoop it up with a gesture, and it kind of slowly coalesces and then drips perfectly into the vial, which he corks up, and you kind of shake it and have a look at it and go, "You need more iron in your diet, mate."
Yeah, actually, I probably do.
So, Amalia, now that Violet has joined us, just to recap, you've seen Rhea, your new companion, who is taken on the duties that Eslin retired from, arrive at the ship that you guys have been hanging out on, admiring the new ram. And following right behind her is a 9-foot-tall minotaur with 4 horns at conflicting angles. His body is covered in scars and these sort of dark veins erupting across his muscles. Alex, feel free to add anything else I missed.
No, yeah, he's basically the visual I gave was, instead of thinking like the Rock or a wrestler kind of muscle, think of a strong man or the Mountain kind of muscle, just very stocky and pure mass, but just a big chunky boy.
And he's carrying an axe that is halfway between an axe and like a pick and a scythe.
Yeah,
And a
it's
hook.
like it's like a big golden one that kind of goes around his
Yeah.
back, and also his he's not really wearing clothes in the conventional sense. It seems to be just kind of like tattered fabrics that kind of wraps around his waist and his legs down to his hooves, yeah.
And Calliope mentions the axe thing as well. It's like, should we still be called Tempest or like Axe Slice? I don't know.
Axe unit. Access. But like with an axe.
What about bloody hell?
Can I veto that as the DM?
Alex,
Temp.
pronounce your character's name?
It's Keanor, so Keanor, Keanor.
Keanor, can I touch your axe, please?
This is Amalia. She's also a weirdo, Calliope says.
I like
Yeah.
axes. I have a thing.
Sure, as long as you're careful with it. And kind of like I reach it over my back, and you see it's like it's a big old thing, and it's kind of pure. Like when he kind of like drops it down, you get the kind of like the kung of like a pure metal wood.
So pretty.
Yeah,
And Keno, you watch as Amalia lifts it as effortlessly as you do.
you got a strong cat here. You like it?
Okay. Meow. Okay, she's pretty. Here you go.
Thank you. Kind of pop it back underneath my stuff. So,
Well, you liked my axe.
I do like your axe. I just like axes in general. I like weapons. Weapons are cool, but I prefer axes. Like swords are okay, but axes is the thing. Unless it's like a different color blade. Normal swords I don't like. I like swords with like pretty stuff.
Reasonable.
So what are we doing?
It's at this point, Keno, that the very expensive, very nice axe Daxos showed you pops back into your head.
yeah. I like. Well, it's a good thing that you like axes.
Well,
So,
I did have a pretty
what do you
axe, but I lost. Well, I didn't lose it. I had to give it back. It was really annoying.
Yeah, but don't worry. Loss is a part of life.
I mean, I can make your current axe more powerful if that's something that you want. Like, I just need more time.
See, I told you I liked her for a reason.
Yeah, so Scotty, you said that we needed to speak to someone.
Did I? Oh, yes. Sorry, I got I've got ink potion instructions on the brain. I was talking to Penalty. Yes. So Molpadir had requested to speak to us all. I don't know what about, but it seemed like the sort of thing that I guess our reputation is currently good. I mean that's unsurprising since we saved a town, city, big underwater place. But I think there's a potential for another job. And Mobadia seems nice, seems authoritative. I like that in doses. Might be worth looking to see what that's about, especially if we're looking for cash. And as far as I know, pay from the police could potentially be good because it comes from, I don't know, better sources. So maybe we might be good pay. I don't know. We can go if we like. We don't have to. Just a thought. Just to see what, maybe just to see what's going on, maybe.
Calliope says, yeah, we don't have to say yes necessarily, but it's worth hearing her out.
Well, also then, we also don't want to get you arrested again, Calliope, so, you know, just saying.
And also, she's quite intimidating.
Calliope just flicks you really hard in the ear, Skatinos.
Oh, I use my unscarred resistance because I deserve it, but I still love it. And I'll use that happily to go, yeah, fine.
Alright, mark that off for
I
today.
have marked it off. Worth it.
Do you guys get, like, you know, attacked often?
We kind of get ourselves in a tricky situations. Yeah, we had Eslin to help us out with the whole talking to people. We're not so good with the talking to people. We come
Wait,
ourselves.
sorry, just to be sure, Amalia, we're complimenting Eslin for the talking aspect?
Well, did you know she got me out of? I'm not very good at talking to people. I only.
Oh,
talk to
I know
people
that,
I
but
like.
Eslin?
Well, Eslin used to do most of the talking. Now, you can do it. I don't know.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
Calliope
oh.
says, you know, guys, I'm starting to wonder if that might have been some of the problem.
What, that Eslin did all the talking?
Yeah,
But she was nice. She was like.
she was nice, but,
It was very loud, I found. Lovely. Loud. Yeah, loud.
Eslin, you've heard the expression, bull in a terracotta shop?
Well, wait. Say that slowly again.
Calliope says, you've heard the expression, bull in a terracotta shop?
What's a terracotta?
Like a type of material you used to make clay, and apparently really, really good soldiers, though I've never seen them myself. I've heard stories, though.
Good stories or bad stories?
I don't know. Probably imagine the people that made the stories.
Make a history check, Skutinos, actually. This is gonna be
Oh.
really weird.
Oh, is it actually? Oh my god! If they've actually taken this into the lore, I'm going to be so happy.
Well, okay, this is a me thing, so I don't know if...
Okay, fine. Let's find out. And I have rolled. It's not bad. 17.
You would know that during the Theros-Hasiran War specifically, the forces of the southern continent had a way to basically quickly raise really expendable troops, which were basically animated clay golems that, while shattering easily, could overwhelm in large numbers.
Thank you. They were made out of clay.
Yeah, well, you know, typical Assyrian scum tactics. You know, they didn't want to put their own flesh and blood on the line, so they got magic to do instead.
What were you thinking, Morse?
Well, a terracotta warrior lore from God, where was I got this as well? I think it comes from
China.
Yeah, Chinese law. Yeah. You can also see like there's you get like little mini terracotta art like warrior armies up there as well.
So yeah, I decided to roll with that in terms of they So yeah. that is what I'm referring to, because Asia was part of the Persian Empire, or Assyrian Empire, and so they would animate these terracotta statues to be expendable foot soldiers. That is how I've designed it.
Yeah, it just means I could just deuce on the Assyrian, so I'm all happy with that. Yeah, Malpadir, we can go.
All right, let's go.
And then we need to work out how we're divvying up those gems and opals, because there's a lot of those to still go.
Might worth setting some aside for a crew if we're going to be sailing more often, Calliope says.
I really don't want to go underwater again for a while, unless we end up in Imbisirax. Just because.
Well, I was like, Imbisirax. Oh yeah, right, that thing.
I don't like underwater either. I suck fighting underwater. Can we stay above air for a while?
Calliope pats you on the back of my and says, "We'll get you one of them cloaks that Scotty had to give back."
What?
Come on, Scotty, let's be honest. You would have made better use of it during those fights.
That's not the point. I liked it.
Well, if
Cool.
you look very dashing in it.
Instead, you looked very soggy.
I was a wet cat. What do you want from me? Alright, we best make a move on. We've gone on a whole tangent today.
It's true. We moved to Molpadiers.
Okay. Takes you about an hour or so, but you are able to walk there eventually. And you find yourselves outside the barracks, and a few of the hoplites actually recognize you and say hi. You walk inside, and you are led basically to her, and she turns around and says, "Ah, Tempest, welcome. Some new members, I notice."
Well,
Good.
like the most exclusive of
I don't know if
clubs,
we actually-
occasionally you chop and change and upgrade your crew to the latest and greatest available. I'm just kidding. They're on probation.
Molpadia, you see, so yeah, Rhea, you see Molpadia in her traditional Miletian armor with the quivers just slung across her back and her helm off to one side and her brown hair in sort of functional braids down her back, and she goes up to you and says, "Setessan armor, I believe."
Yeah, actually, correct.
She holds her hand out to you. I rode to war with your sisters once. Damn fine warriors.
Oh, yeah, they're, yeah, and she'll, clasp around and, take it. Yeah, pretty good.
And she looks at you, Kianor, and just sort of looks up at you. "Oh, you're a tall you're a tall cup of water."
Yep, that I am. How you doing, Keanu? Nice to meet you.
Molpadia, Master of War of Meletis. Right, so, you got my message. I'm glad you came. I have something that's potentially quite exciting and could be, quite worth your time if we act quickly.
Your ears are listening.
Our scout ships on the brink of the mainland, where the more shallow waters become the Siren Sea, reported nary a couple nights ago that they witnessed a titanic battle between two krakens fighting for territory.
Whoa.
One of the beasts
I
was
don't know where this is going to end.
One of the beasts was already slain, and it won't be long now before it washes up onto the coastline.
Wait, so are the Krakens alive or dead?
Oh, very much dead. The reports say it was absolutely massacred by its kin.
So we're recovering materials?
More securing the site. There's going to be a lot of people who want to get their fingers in that pie, and Meletis's war galleys aren't the fastest thing. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Meletis's war galleys will need time to prep in order to provide crews to begin harvesting and extracting. We intend to share this bounty with all of the other police, but if bandits and scavengers find it first, who knows how they might ruin or sully it.
What kind of benefits, or do I know any of the potential uses of parts of a kraken in terms of medicinal or alchemical?
Go ahead and make a Arcana check.
Okay. I rolled #num. I mean, can you guys see that roll?
No.
History,
Wait.
said.
No,
Arcana.
Arcana.
No, nothing's come up yet.
Game log. You rolled a 17 according to me.
No, that's
That
a
was my
history.
history. That was my history.
Oh, right.
Right, let me try again.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, that one's rolled. Sandwiches.
6.
Kraken sandwiches.
Yeah, so
Little
you think you could probably make some good sandwiches.
Yeah, some calamari. Yeah, that's it. I'm good. I mean, that is still excited anyway.
I'd send some of my faster ships that might actually secure the site a bit quicker, but they're out and about pursuing this endeavor of missing ships that the Master of Port has put out.
Well, it could be the other Kraken, I suppose.
We'd have
Yeah.
noticed that if it were, and we certainly wouldn't have be sending ships out for that. From what the Master of Port tells me, the reason his missing fishing vessels are so concerning is because there really is no trace.
Oh dear.
We precisely have scout ships along the coastline to warn of looming krakens and things like that. But whilst my faster triremes are out investigating that shipping issue, the missing shipping vessels, I'm in need of a smaller, faster ship that can arrive at the Kraken's presumed landing point quickly.
How far? How long?
If the calculations are to be relied upon, it should wash up on shore within a day's time. At approximately, she pulls out a map of Theros and points to, if you look at where Citrium is and straight down to where that little dent is in the peninsula. Sort of on the other side of Natumbria on the map.
Okay. I really want that cloak again. I really do. Just in case we fall overboard. Really do. Okay. Yeah. What's the pay? I guess. Have to ask.
Your task is to secure the site long enough for the other ships to arrive. Do so, and with the Treasury of Meletis is willing to provide 3,000 gold drachmi for your efforts.
Can we also get a hand in on some of the materials?
I suppose that could be arranged. What materials were you specifically looking for?
I think
Metal
again and go, right,
things.
which ones? Right, well, if they're good for sandwiches, they might be good for other things. I suppose maybe
We certainly intend to bring much of the material back to the city, so you would have plenty of time to have a think.
yeah, a reasonable amount that could be used for any alchemical purposes or like alchemical investigations, if that comes across. But not loads and loads, but enough to experiment with.
Very well.
Well, I'm on board. What about the rest of you?
Yep, definitely happy.
Just as a side note, as a DM, sorry, I read this thing wrong. It's 2,500, not 3,000. That's my bad.
That's right. We get 500 in worth of materials.
Okay. I'll come to.
Okay, so you guys are deciding to do the Kraken one and not the missing ships one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, is there a time base on both of them? As in, like, one needs to be done
Well, this
I'll
is
say
where-
as the
this-
DM, that was kind of the idea. I probably could have
Yeah.
been a bit more nuanced about that, but it's sort of like an either-or type thing.
Oh, well, but if you've got bodies that can help man the boat to get there.
I can provide some oarsmen, yes. I shall have them meet you at your vessel within an hour's time.
Kind of look over to Calliope and go, "This is why you have me as the brains."
She looks at you, it's like, don't flatter yourself. I don't know what Calliope would say in that instance.
I mean, that's fairly apt.
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. I think Scotinas is just going to then take the moment to go back to the daughters of Nelia, check in with Galatea, update her with what's going on, and invite her if she wishes to join the oarsmen, or to stay and continue training.
Galatea, you do not find her there.
Oh. I'm gonna have a...
She would have left word that she is out on a hunt and expect to be back in a few days.
Ah, good. I will, so like I imagine in here there is like there may be like a shrine or like a small like statue or something of Nelia.
There is, yes.
As
There is
well.
an altar.
And I'm kind of stop, kind of look at her, bow my head, and just think, she's a good one. I'd like to see her again, if I can. And then I will make my way back to the boat.
Very well. All right, so the crew is able to meet you guys there, and you see this is, whereas before, like the crew that Daxos hired was professional, but more of a, you know, hodgepodge of people. These people are a bit more sort of like, they're in military uniform, and these look like professional Miletian oarsmen. Big, thick, barrel-chested, like humans, every single one of them. And they're all sort of just standing there. And one of them, who seems to be speaking for them, says, "Who is the captain?"
Scotty, you didn't decide on a captain. Who's a captain?
Calliope. I start my
right.
Calliope. Yes.
Calliope steps up. "I am."
Oh, I thought you were saying the character would think, oh, sorry.
And the men are like, "What are your orders, Captain?" And Calliope begins ordering them around, like, "Form up, get into position, cast off." "All right, guys, we ready?"
I will go down and get ready to musician.
You're using one of them sort of two-piped horn things. I forgot what they're
Yeah,
called, right?
it's called it. So it's called it's a shawm. So
Is
it's
it called a
kind of
shawm?
like
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is. But I'm speaking. I think the specifically the one
That I have is
that's
kind
got the.
of split out at the end. That's correct. Yes. So it allows for two-tone,
Yeah.
which is the yes.
Aulos. That's what I was. It's called an aulos.
Got you. Cool. Yep. That sounds about right.
But I'll say you can use a shawm to. It's basically a shawm, but with two pipes.
Yep.
All right. Does anyone wish to do anything? You guys would have had an hour, so does anyone wish to do anything before you guys set off?
Nothing in particular for me.
Okay. So you guys form up. I assume so. Calliope, through speaking to you, will say, "You know how to drive a ship, yeah?"
Yep, that I do, Captain.
You know how to navigate?
That I do, Captain.
What are you better at?
Well, I'm pretty good at navigating. Might not be the smartest.
Bear in mind,
tool in the
navigation
shed,
is an intelligence check.
I know. I was going to say, bear in mind, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. I am actually quite good with the tools. But I've also got the strength behind me to be able to steer a ship if you need me to. I'm more than happy to do that as well.
Calliope says, alright, you're on steering, and she pulls out like a sort of astrolabe thing that she's acquired, alright, and she just commands you guys to head out.
Sweet.
And you guys...
Cool. Yeah, steer the ship.
So, you guys set off and begin sailing. You guys have about 24 hours to, arrive at the destination. Does anyone wish to do anything during this time?
I'd like. Is there any way that I can attempt to push the Roseman harder, musically speaking?
I will say make a performance check.
Okay. 16?
Okay, I believe there is a rule for fast travel, right? It applies to ships as well.
Yeah, my thought is, since we're going to get there and we won't be planning to leave immediately, even if the Yulesmen are, let's say, exhausted, because I'm imagining there may be a point of exhaustion or something that comes into it, mechanically speaking, that it's not going to be the end of the world, unless we come across an actual Kraken, in which case I'm so sorry if we die. Otherwise I think that... Does that seem like a fair call for the rest of
No,
you
yeah,
guys?
I'm just... Like, there is a rule on, like, traveling, and I'm just trying to remember.
In terms of Scotina's like kind of checking in with Calliope, I guess with Calliope, but you know, OOC with the rest of the team, if that's what we want to do as a group.
So, yeah, on a galley, it's 4 miles per hour. So I'll say they can travel at a fast pace of 6 miles per hour, but they have to make a Constitution saving throw with an increasing DC at the end of every hour, and they take a point of exhaustion whenever they fail. Okay?
Okay. That sounds fair. Yeah.
So you guys sail on, about an hour passes. I am going to roll for the, I'm gonna give them just a... they'd be quite strong, so I'm gonna say +5 to their, strength, so strength saving throw. Oh no, it'd be Constitution. I'm gonna say +3 Constitution saving throw, just yes. Yeah, oh.
I don't like that. Oh.
So they rolled a total of 7. Okay, no, you actually know that's fair. So they just succeed. Now their hour goes by. They, again, just succeed.
Yep, keep pushing them, I'll be honest.
Another hour goes by. They succeed. Another hour goes by.
Yeah, I think, yeah, if we just go, and it kind of like goes, yeah, last push.
It's full on nighttime at this point as well, so you guys would have to sort of rest and things like that in the interim.
Yeah.
And with that, they suffer a point of exhaustion, having failed the last one. So they have to return to a normal pace and a sort of rowing far more gingerly at this point.
Cool. Yeah, as I kind of see, like, I guess as a spot, like, it, you know, it gets to the point where it's not possible to keep that motivation up there as well. I'll ease off the gas as well, as it were.
Okay. So, it's about, I'll say, so it's been 4 hours or so, and you're about Yeah, so you're getting close to actually arriving, but it is the middle of the night at this point. Can I get someone to roll me a d20?
I could do that. It's a 13.
A 13?
Mm-hmm, 1-3.
A calm day with no events. You guys proceed at a regular pace at this point, which is still quite fast for this vessel. And you arrive at, within a couple more hours, so for a total of 6 hours, you arrive at, no actually, sorry, at about the 8-hour mark, because I did my math wrong, you arrive at where you were indicated to by Molpedia.
Sweet.
How far ahead
You-
of schedule are we?
You're about 4 hours ahead of schedule. And just to clarify as well, it is absolutely the middle of the night.
Right, so how do you lot usually go about this? Because I can't really see much.
I take the
Let
first
me
watch.
help you out there.
I will say, actually, let me roll for it. Yeah, the stars are out, however. It's sort of like a beautiful, clear, starry night with the moon, so it's dim light as opposed to, darkness.
Okay.
If you need something though, is there anything I can make glow on you that you'd be happy to glow?
This is a DM question. Does it need to be something that can glow that I need to physically see? Like a lantern or something attached to me or something like that?
You talking about the light cantrip, Eslin?
Yosh.
It could-
Rhea.
Sorry. Don't yish me, it's been one session. Are you talking about the light cantrip, Rhea?
She was Rhea last season.
That's what I meant. Like, this is this. Okay, roll for initiative. Are you talking about the light cantrip, Rhea?
Yes.
It could be a brooch, or it could be like a clasp if you want.
Okay, yeah, that's
Keno.
fine. That's fine. Just because he hasn't really got much on his actual person, but that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
happy with that. Yeah,
That clasp on your shoulder in your character art, I would say you
Yeah.
could use that. Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes, Amalia?
Because I have dark vision, would I be able to see anything?
So you can see as if... let me look up the Leonin's specific rules on... Everyone's dark vision is a little different, so... features and
well, I think,
traits...
See if that helps.
Gutinus will sort of like prick his finger with his serpentine twin fanged blade, and he will dab his eyes with it as he casts dark vision on himself.
So I know-
you need to take a thing.
So I know as a Leonin you can see in darkness shades of grey up to 60 feet. Let me double check if the actual expanded rules have anything additional to them, but I don't think so. So Leonin traits, dark vision. You can so you can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. So within 60 feet of you, Amalia, it's as clear as day. Beyond that, it's beyond that, it's dim again.
Okay, but what can I see in that 60 vision peripheral, like
Water.
in that vision? Oh,
You can
Jesus.
see the coastline in the distance. It's a bit dim, but you can see the coastline. Go ahead and make a perception check. I'll say with disadvantage because it is dim light.
What do I have to make? Perception.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm perfect. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to use dice. 1 second, let me go on D&D.
Are you gonna bring it up every time?
Well, I couldn't bring it up last time because I didn't roll last time, so I'm bringing it up now when I can roll.
I'm pretty sure you did bring it up last time, but never mind.
2d20.
2d20?
Oh. Well, yeah, because you said with disadvantage.
Oh, right, yes. What am I saying? Sorry.
14.
Just looks like dim, like it just looks like coast. I don't know if you've ever been out on a boat in the twilight hours, but it's sort of like it is just, you know, the land looks more like a silhouette as opposed to actually make out shapes. You can make out a few shapes, but that's about it. Cool. What do you guys like to do? You guys are sort of coasting along the coast, cruising along the coastline at this point.
I'm happy to take first watch. Probably will need to get some rest so we're ready.
So it was an 8-hour journey. You could have gotten a long rest with watches if you wished.
I probably couldn't have because I was manning the role, so I probably do need to rest during it anyway.
I could go have a look around the coast if you want.
Probably good that we keep an eye to see if anything does sneak up on us in the darkness before daybreak. We're here quite early.
So you want to just sit until something happens? And then go in the morning and have a look?
Happy to look out if you guys want what we do, but doesn't really seem like there's much here that we need to worry about.
I suppose I was expecting that we were going to be besieged by pirates straight off the bat.
Okay, we can sit. You guys
Rhea, what's your passive perception?
It is 13.
13.
My passive perception's 14 if you need it.
Oh, okay, never mind. So yeah, so you guys are just keep coasting along the shoreline? What is the game plan?
Yeah, I think, okay, so, let's say we have another idea for it, so we're here in the right place where we're expecting.
You're in the rough area, just to clarify. You don't know necessarily which part of this coastline it'll be.
Oh, then yes, I think we're supposed to kind of slowly coast, keeping an eye out for any other interest.
Who's taking the first watch?
I will take the first watch.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. How far out does your dark vision go?
When I have the spell, it is 60 feet.
Okay, copy. And it's dim light beyond that?
It just says for the duration that creature has dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Okay.
So I don't think it's anything beyond that point.
Go ahead and make a perception check, I'll say without disadvantage. Just a straight perception check at this point.
Yeah. 17 total.
Okay. About half an hour passes, but you squint and you see, along the coastline, some twinkling lights.
On the shoreline itself.
Yes, orangey, sort of lantern-y style lights. Or like firelights, basically.
Okay, fairly low to the water, relatively speaking, as if like they're on like the end of like a small rowboat almost.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will whistle and actually, yeah, I will wake everyone at this point, and I will kind of call on saying, so we do have company, some way away so far, but I can see that we are gonna get the attention of some people slowly joining up. People on rowboats, most likely. They've got little lanterns that are leading their way. Once they get closer, then more people will start realizing this is where it is.
Calliope's like, everyone, kill the lights! And basically just, the crew just begin shutting out all the lights. Calliope's like, I can't tell if they've noticed us. We might get lucky.
Is there any way we could put a destruction. Well, I suppose they're going to be coming towards this way eventually anyway. We can just keep an eye out and see if they look like they're getting closer.
We may be able to beach... what if we beach the ship and approached on foot? If they're around the carcass, they'll be preoccupied with that.
Yeah, but surely if they're around the carcass, they have someone keeping watch.
That's why we killed the lights, so it's hard for them to see us, I suppose. It is quite dark.
And the 5 of us on foot are going to be harder to spot than a big old ship.
That does make sense.
Yeah, unless anyone has another suggestion. Makes sense.
So we open off.
Alright, I would like you to make a dexterity check, Kenor, with proficiency in water vehicles to pull the ship up somewhere, safe to do so.
Okay, dexterity with one vehicle, so...
I'll say with advantage, because Calliope is guiding you.
Okay, cool. That is a 19... Oh, that's a modified 20.
Easy enough. This isn't a terribly rocky part of the coastline anyway. You guys are able to basically... You feel the distinct scraping, but obviously not, like, unpleasant scraping of the hull of the ship scraping along the sand. There's a bit of a... But the oars plant into the ground and the ship is locked in. Calliope relays instructions to the Miletian oarsmen, and they sort of nod and they sort of begin pulling the ship up onto the land to beach it. Yeah, fun fact, before the advent of a ship keel making it impossible, Greek sailors would beach the ship every night. But that is irrelevant to this conversation, so you guys hop off. You guys are on the coastline with the waves lapping against your boots. And so, what would you like to do? You can see the twinkling lights maybe a quarter of a mile away.
Right, what do you guys normally do in these situations?
Well,
Nothing
Calliope says...
subtle, to be honest.
Calliope says, well, there's what we do, and then there's, what maybe we should start doing. We don't know how many there are, or even if, it's worth picking a fight. We should get closer and find out more.
Okay, who wants to go forward first?
Oh yeah, can I get a marching order?
I'll be in the back.
How sneaky are you, Rhea?
Do you know boars? About as sneaky as that.
Okay, I think maybe I should go first.
You will also be as sneaky as me.
Calliope rests a hand on your shoulder, Amalia, and says, sweetie, you're in full plate.
But I'm a kitty.
Yes, you are a kitty. You're a very heavy metal kitty.
Okay, well, if you go first, you're teeny tiny.
Okay, I'll go first. Calliope will sort of get low to the ground. Alright, let's, Calliope just says, shh. And you guys begin walking along the beach. Can I get everyone to make a stealth check?
No.
Alright, natural 19 for a 23 for Calliope.
I can't wait to make myself mithril armor.
18.
7.
10.
I don't.
23,
Because since
18,
you say heavy metal kitty,
7,
I just like a heavy
10.
metal kitty, that's a great band name.
And Kenor?
That would be...
15? Okay. Calculate. Alright, so your average is 14.6. If I did this right.
Hold on, wait, who rolled really low?
I don't know what you're talking about. We win as a team. Let's go.
It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter.
So you guys are creeping along and you begin to hear playing from an Aulos behind you. Hang on, oh shit, lips, damn it. And Calliope's like, Skazinas!
Oh, okay.
Joss. So you're doing an average for us, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy that tells the teacher to forget the homework, but I think Amali, you need to roll with disadvantage on. Because you're a full plate.
Amalia, yeah, full plate gives you disadvantage, same as your chainmail.
Jesus.
If we're gonna do this, I want to see what happens.
Did you realize you asked for the worst thing?
So, okay, if it rolls lower, I start using the back of your crate as like a drum kit.
Hey, did everybody get the Blues Brothers reference, by the way?
Okay, everyone.
Yep. Amalia, what'd you roll?
1 second. It won't let me roll. I really hate D&D Beyond.
Imagine if 18.
Okay, my D&D Beyond has frozen. Can someone roll for me, please?
Okay, someone roll a straight d20.
Okay.
You got it, mate. Cool.
Yeah.
Naturally.
That's amazing.
Amalia, what's your... No, I think it's technically better, but it's disadvantage, so... Okay, so yeah, it works out to be the same. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, Amalia is the Percy of this campaign, I swear to God. Yeah, so your total is... I'm gonna round that up to 15. So... Okay.
You didn't get any sandwiches. You got bacon.
Exactly. Okay, you approach very sneakily, very stealthily. And as you crest over this dune, you can just about see, the twinkling lights begin to illuminate different things. You see a massive hodgepodge of wooden planks that have been basically created this platform. That platform is resting over a enormous carcass. It's hard to make out every detail in this dim light, but this thing is easily hundreds of feet long, with including the tentacles. You see dozens of men who have formed a entire platform on top of this creature. They have little guard towers erupting out of the water like little mini lighthouses, and little rowboats in the water. They're shouting orders at each other and barking along. Not barking along, but yes, and they're in the process of basically harvesting this thing.
Can I see if they look like what the legitimacy of their kind of sailoring type is?
Question, Kenor, is your light cantrip still up?
Well, no. But when we were going through, it would have basically been like a basically would have been like a follow the leader, because that's the reason why I was at the back. It was
Okay.
just like a follow the leader thing.
Okay, they do have a bunch of lanterns illuminating their faces, but I'm still gonna say make a perception check with disadvantage, because it's not great.
Yeah.
Especially at this distance.
What range are we at the moment?
You guys are about... Let me pull up a ruler.
It was a 12 for me, just so you know.
Okay. So you're about 30 feet from the nearest guard tower. Before you, near this thing's mouth, is another group of these guys that are around 55 feet away from you. There's another guard tower about 80 feet, 90 feet away from you. And then you're about, another 100 feet from where the Kraken begins.
100 total? Or is that like, is that 100 then 50 then 50, so we're like several hundred feet away?
No, you're 100 total from where the Kraken begins.
Okay.
Everything I've just described is between you and the Kraken.
Okay.
And then there's more platforms and stuff on the Kraken.
I can create a distraction so that most people are facing away from us as we get closer. I could do that for a good... I could do that for... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 6. I could do that for... about 40 seconds. I could distract them.
Tell you what, give me just 1 second.
It won't be a subtle distraction, and you'll want to use it to then get closer, but I can distract from where we are.
That was a very long explanation. I fell asleep. What are we doing?
I could try the distraction on you as well, Amalia, but probably not a good idea.
I'll tell you what as well, if you guys would like to navigate to, Foundry.
Sweet.
Oh, dokie.
One second.
Should I continue using Jason's tag?
No, oh wait, yes, actually, please, you can, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's alright. He's here in spirit.
Alright, let me know when you're all signed in.
I'm in. Oh, the music loaded pretty quickly this time as well.
Ah, the new artworks. Very cool, very cool.
Oh, you want new artwork? Bada boom!
Oh, unfortunately, it took a long time for that to load, so you just got bada boom to a black screen. But it's okay. I'm sure we'll see it in a minute. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh shit, that's big.
Tell you what, I will say as well, just to configure it a bit more appropriately. Yeah. That's actually the about sort of the level that you're looking at.
Do I need illumination on my character?
You should be... There's global illumination and your character has vision. You should see blurriness.
No, it's all black.
Oh no, I can see.
I can see everyone moving around, like I can see people's cursors, but I can't actually see anything on the map.
Try and reload it because I can see the shots. It might be a weird thing. It's a pretty map. That's a pretty map.
Oh, it does say you do not have a token with vision on this map.
I don't know why. So you have...
Oh, it's maybe because if you put a Jason token, he would, but this is a,
no, I put...
a different token.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to configure Kianor as being someone who you can use.
Yes, that's
sorry, 1 second. Configure set... Oh god, how do I do this again?
With that, Paige, can you see?
Configure permissions, here we go. Jason is the owner. Save changes. Oh no, I remember doing it for Paige, I just forgot to do it for Kianor because I didn't know how long the roleplay would have to go on and stuff like that with Kianor's introduction.
Yeah, fair.
Why can I never see anything?
Because your laptop sounds like a helicopter crashing
Not doing
whenever
that today.
it.
So these are all... There's a lot of workers here. Okay, yeah, so I can't go to I can create a distraction and get ready if you want.
Oh wow, yeah, it's huge.
Just say when you'd like me to do the distraction and I'll do it. We probably should do it soon though. Anyone else have any ideas of how they want to go with this? Or...
Well, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, not that.
Anyone want to particularly take these 5 out over here?
I can do that.
Calliope's like, are we planning to go in blades blazing, or are we planning to try and use subterfuge? I'm not the quietest person, but I might be able to,
Well, is subterfuge gonna stop him from stealing? Like, I'm just putting that out there. Like, they said try and preserve as much of it as we can.
Yeah, I mean, just like, do we commando style take some out before all hell breaks loose, or are we breaking all hell loose ourselves? I don't have a preference,
Yeah,
I just
no.
want to know.
I'm a forge cleric and I use fire. I think they're gonna see.
Calliope unsheathes her bow and like loads her gauntlets and is like, the hard way it is.
Before we go, sorry. Go.
No, you do it. You do.
No, I was gonna say, can I like creep up to the tentacle here and kind of put my hand on it, and like the thing's dead. Can I tell how long it's been dead for?
Sorry, where are you?
I believe it's just gone up to the tentacle.
I see stuff.
Make a stealth check.
Yep. 12.
You get over to touch it, and what this guy here... What was that? Begins walking.
Okay, I am going to subtle cast, because I've got it within range. I'm going to subtly cast Gore Spike on the character behind, using a...
Okay, is it a saving throw, or is it an attack roll?
It is a saving throw.
Okay, great. So what is it, con?
Constitution.
Ha! No.
And, yeah, cool. To try and see, to see if that stops the person who is going, what was that, and see if the other characters turn around in response. Oh, actually, I'll give you the damage as well.
Sorry, give me just 1 second. I'm also just doing one other thing.
Necrotic.
Okay. So the guy...
So I don't cut. So it's subtle, so it doesn't make it. So I don't. From where
Okay,
I'm kind of like
of course.
my head out.
You just hear a... So I'm... Assume you're meaning this guy, like the one guy moving up and down on?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you just hear it, and you see like blood pour out of them. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I guess everyone turns to look. Does everyone turn like to pay his attention towards this guy?
Yeah, they all turn. They seem to all turn towards him for a moment. Bear with me just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry about this. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just... So I'm just doing something temporary at least whilst I... Because I'm going to be Jaeger Calliope, and Teddy hadn't picked her new spells yet, so I'm just going to pick a new spell that I'll give her the opportunity to retcon at a later date. Okay, so whilst they're turned, what is everybody doing?
So whilst I'm here, like because I remember that we're here to kind of make sure that this thing doesn't fall into the wrong hands, A, but also B, to make sure that it doesn't, so it can, like, as much of it can be preserved and taken off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to put my hands on the creature before we do anything. I'm going to say something under my breath, which the others probably won't, maybe not necessarily hear. And I'm going to use my pieties.
And pieties.
And gentle repose on the Kraken.
Oh!
Wow.
That's
What a move! What a move!
okay. I'll allow it.
It probably looks, and so as you kind of guys are looking, it does look a lot like, because of the size of the Kraken, it does not necessarily. I wouldn't say it like takes too much out of it, but he seems to be focusing on it. But you kind of see that the same kind of greenish energy that was in his blood, kind of like really quickly like shoots through the body, like almost like a lightning bolt, almost kind of through the the veins, or I guess whatever the tentacle equivalent would be, or veins. I don't know if it happens. Whatever it is, you can kind of see it go through, and it kind of like goes into the eye and kind of fades out. But effectively, that's good enough for 10 days.
Okay, great. Just doing one quick thing. I'm so sorry about this.
No problem.
Because Calliope's going to do something I didn't actually prepare for.
A lot of stuff is happening.
Yeah, okay, so you guys watch as Scutinos, like, twiddles his thumb slightly, and you hear, blah, 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 and they all turn to look at their companion. Does anyone else have anything they wish to, like, chamber, basically?
No.
Okay.
Can I do,
Just as you're about to say that, though, Calliope is gonna sort of sigh, a deep sigh, and says, alright, whatever you guys are gonna be doing, make it count. And she just walks forward. You watch as she sort of, like, traces a glyph in the air while she's still in the shadows. And, as she finishes chanting and releases the incantation, she throws her left arm out, and where her left arm was a giant pincer, and then an equally large one on the other side, and out of her back erupt an additional 6 limbs, and her legs begin morphing as well before her skin morphs into a gigantic chitinous shell as she polymorphs herself into a hulking crab.
How?
I gave Calliope Polymorph 4th level spell, so she has a 4th level spell slot at level 7.
Jesus Christ.
Gave Calliope crabs.
So, came prepared, so that's Calliope now. You guys seeing that?
Yep.
Oh, hang on, let me just modify it slightly because it's not appropriately sized.
I'm Mr. Crab person.
There we go, that's more appropriately sized.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, in that case, okay, well, Calliope's gonna get a quick surprise round off of that, actually. So, bear with me 1 second. Everyone start to roll initiative, though.
Oh.
Well, I was going to say, because before I knew that Calliope could continue to a giant crab, I was going to run over and try and do a goring rush.
Okay, I'll let you do that as well. I'll say you and Calliope can both act at the same time. So let me get the battle map ready.
Did I mention I hate D&D Beyond?
Dun, dun, dun.
Probably.
am I cool to
Good.
just do my Blessing of the Forge and stuff?
Yeah, I'll allow you. I'll allow that.
Cool.
So yeah, just so we can see what everybody sees. So let's get some music.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Kianoa, go ahead and roll your goring rush damage.
Sweet, sweet. So that is a. So I actually need to roll to hit as well, don't I?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So that's an 11 to hit.
On the guy?
Yeah, but he's surprised. Would that be with advantage?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
However, 11 just hits.
Oh, sweet. Okay, sweet. So he takes.
So, getting closer, they do look like they got like haphazard leather scraps for armor, nothing like
Sure.
it looks begged, borrowed, and stolen. These do not seem like any sort of well-organized militia. They've got a sort of piratey, bandity feel to them.
Sweet, cool. As I get closer, I'm like, yep. Put the head down, ram into him. He takes 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay, good to know. So, all of us, this guy has watched his friend cough up a bunch of blood, and all of a sudden... You guys watch as Kiana rushes forward, and straight up, like Frieza to Krillin, just gores him in the back. Calliope is going to... She would have moved forward by this point. Oh, why did music stop?
Music still playing for me.
Yeah, it's still playing for us as well. Oh, and now it
Yes,
stopped.
She's going to do 5, 10... So 5, 10... Oh, shit. 5, 10, 15, 20. And she is also going to just use a pincer attack against this guy.
Nice. I'm like lifting him
Holy shit, that is a strong claw attack. Yeah, 19 does hit, and... Can you guys hear any music?
Yeah, I can hear music.
Yep.
Ah, shit, I think I lost connection.
Oh no.
Oh, it was fun while it lasted.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, 1 second. System preferences. Man, this is really struggling with this. Alright, quick 5-second pause, everybody. I'm having some difficulty. Okay, I'm back. Can everyone hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So Calliope hits. And the guy takes... He takes, 17 points of piercing damage.
Does his head just get lobbed off as I lift him up?
Yeah, pretty much. She basically, Calliope just grabs him, like, with her giant claw, and then just pinces, and he is bisected. And he dies.
Wow.
Now if I could get everyone to roll initiative.
So that's a 14 from me.
For anybody taking notes, I am using the Hulking Crab stat block from Storm King's Thunder. So 14 from Kiano.
13
Okay.
from Scotinos.
Okay.
Oh my
13.
god.
What?
21.
Nice. Calliope rolled... Oh wait, she's rolling with the Hulking Crab's initiative. Which is... Oh, she rolled a 6. This guy he's not very, fast.
Wait,
I am
are we
not fast.
Sorry. Are we re-rolling initiative or are we doing normal initiative?
We're doing normal initiative.
Okay, cool.
Because you both had a surprise round.
Yeah. Amalia got 21. Rhea? I don't know why Rhea is listed as Skotinos, but...
Why not?
There we go. You should be able to control token vision. Oh, I don't know what. So what's your dim vision? 60 feet dim vision, right? Yeah. So you should be able to see now, Rhea. Okay, guess I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. Sorry, 1 second. God
No,
damn it.
I could see anyway, but now I can't see. So
Yeah, no, because sorry, I need to just fix your token.
okay.
What was your vision distance again? Dark
it
vision,
is
60 feet.
60 feet. Yeah.
Okay. So that should be. How about now?
Yeah, looks good.
And you should be able to control. Yeah. Cool. So let me just. So what did you get as Rhea? Sorry.
10.
Okay, I don't know why it keeps listing you as Skotinos, but fine.
Yeah, why
Must be a
not?
bug.
It's fine.
Okay, these guys fortunately are built into the Foundry, so I can just auto-roll their initiative. Okay, top of the initiative order, Amalia.
Okay, we'll move here.
Okay. Brr, brr, brr. Actually, more like a pop, as your powerful hands mash into the sand, kicking it up as you gallop along.
And produce an echo here.
Gotcha. Scotty, Kiano, you watch as Amalia seems to, like, flex, and pouring out of her are shadows themselves, which coalesce as this sort of spiritual apparition that looks just like her, standing in front of the, bandit over there.
Am I able to see that in the dark?
You are able to see that.
Sweet, cool.
And again, it is dim light as opposed to...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I think you have disadvantage on attack rolls in dim light. Which we can do next time, but let me double check that. Dim light. D&D dim light rules. Let's just ask Google.
I thought it was.
Oh, I think
it's
it's just
only if
all.
it's darkness, because then it's like blindness, and then you get disadvantage.
So I thought it was okay. Never mind. But you do have disadvantage on perception checks. Okay, fine.
Okay, yeah, sweet. That's fair enough.
Otherwise, I was going to dash forward and just give you dark vision by poking you in the eye.
Okay, no, fine. Okay, no worries, fine. Yeah, so yeah, okay, so never mind, ignore me.
Maybe
So
see well enough and be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Cool.
cool. And Amalia, you're gonna take your attacks from the
Echo.
yeah. All 3 attacks or 2? Are you two-handing the battle axe or are you dual wielding?
Battle axe both times. Wait, no. I'll do the battle axe and the hand axe.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2 attacks with the battle axe and 1 attack with the hand axe.
Oh wait, 2 with the battle axe, 1 with the hand axe?
Yes. Should be just clickable under your actions.
Okay, so the first one was a 27.
Yes.
And then I do the battle axe again.
Yes.
Then 15.
So the 27 hits, the 15 also hits.
And then the hand axe is a
Hand axe
13.
also hits.
Okay.
They're a
And
bunch
then,
of piss ants in leather armor. They're not terribly hard to hit.
Okay. And then I roll my d10, right?
Yeah, so you should be able to also just, under your actions, roll the damage on the battle axe twice. And it should show you the d10 plus 3 difference. Yep.
11.
Okay. Good to know. Go again.
8.
And the hand axe is d6. Roll that as well. So 19.
9.
28.
Okay.
So, your echo just in a flurry of and just these astral blades carve into this dude, who previously was unscratched, is now reeling and has one foot in the grave. He's alive, but barely. Anything else? Oh no, that's your action and your bonus action and your movement, so that is Amalia's turn. Up next, this guy is, what's he gonna do? He's just seen a giant fucking crab. So he's gonna, and he is going to, sorry, let me just pull up his stat block, sorry. Yeah, he's gonna do 2 short bow attacks against, Calliope. Miss. And miss. Because Calliope, in this form, has an AC of 17. So he shoots 2 arrows, and they just ka-ching, ka-ching, just scrape off of her, shell. And he's like, and that's his turn. Kianor, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to move in betwixt these 3. And I would like to make 2 attacks, please, against the guy with...
So yeah, one of them seems to be slightly better dressed with aspects of metal armor. He does seem to be like their captain.
Yeah, so I'm going to take 2 attacks against him first.
Okay.
So... First attack is modified 20 to hit.
That hits.
Second attack is a modified 20 to hit.
That also hits. Go ahead and roll damage on both.
So he takes 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay. 13. Cool.
Yeah,
that's with your Divine Fury and everything?
No, because I haven't started raging yet.
Oh, right, okay.
As a bonus action, I would like to Hammering Horns and attempt to shove him with my horns. So he must make a strength check, please.
Check or... So
Sorry,
athletics
saving
check or strength? Okay,
throw.
strength
saving throw.
Okay. Let me just have a look at... God, these... these... I gotta pull it up separately, sorry.
That's alright.
The layout on those things sucks. Right, so... Strength saving throw.
Yes, please.
16?
Oh, I just saved. So let's have a look.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a muscly... He's a human, but he's a built human, so he just grabs you by the horns. He's pushed back about a foot in the sand, but he holds true.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just have a quick look at his strength. Okay, yeah, that's fine. He's not pushed away. That's my turn.
Okay. After Kianor, this guy who takes out a horn as his action and... And will shoot 1 shot at the Minotaur. Modified 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 4 points of piercing damage as like this one arrow just lands in your shoulder.
Okay.
You turn to look at me, he's like, I'm sorry. Let me just see what people can see. Oh, god damn it. Oh, shit. Moment, please. I need to... Okay, I've fixed the layout. Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry, it's just... this thing doesn't cooperate when I want it to. Alright, switching to be right back. Do this. Okay, I believe I have fixed the layout now. Yes! Now people can actually see what's going on. Okay, sorry. Where were we? That's his turn. Now it is... this guy's turn, and he's just gonna draw his, yeah, he's just gonna draw his, he takes out a crude mace, and he's just gonna swing twice.
Mm-hmm.
At you, Keanor. Does a, yeah, 21 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
And 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Okay, so you take the first one, but you're ready for the second one. You just boom, move out of the way with deceptively quick speed. But you do take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, as one swing of the mace does manage to just land you square in the peck and just tenderizes the meat just a little bit.
Sweet, sweet.
Oh wait, sorry, I double-checked something. He... my apologies, he has pack tactics, so, he would get to roll with advantage. So, first one hits. Second one, yeah, 23 to hit, so...
Yeah, that would hit you.
So, you take an additional, 5 points of bludgeon damage.
Okay.
That's his turn. After him... this guy is gonna go, and he's going to shoot for the crab again. 2 shots. Oh, that's cocked. Misses. What's his to hit? Just hits, actually. Yeah. So he rolled a 17, which just hits. So... Calliope in her hulking crab form takes... oof. 8 points of piercing damage. She needs to roll a Constitution saving throw. Using the hulking crab slap block, though. Yeah, she's fine. She maintains the concentration on the crab form. Okay, that is that guy's turn. Sorry, just doing one quick thing. I don't know how this works. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, it is Scotty's turn.
Okay, while all this is going on, my objective is to try and sneak across the top of the map.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. You're still hidden for the moment. They have not noticed you yet.
Okay, cool.
They're more focused on the giant fucking crab and the Minotaur and the Leon.
I want to take advantage of that and kind of like move as quick as I can. Am I able to dash with a 15?
I would allow you to dash, yes.
Okay, cool. So I am going to dash 60 feet. I can't even see the map. It's cool. My turn is dashing 60 feet to, actually, in fact, basically, to the other side of the
You know
bracket.
what? Just so you guys have a slightly better idea, because I don't think it's fair to have it be this. Like, sure, the dim light effect is nice, but just so you guys can see what you're doing, just pretend it's this dim. But I'm gonna kill the true dimness. Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So you guys can actually have some idea what you're doing. So you guys aren't squinting constantly.
There you go. Yeah, that's
That's your turn?
Well, from this point, yeah, no, it is, because I want to save my sorcery points for something later, so I'm continuing my run.
This bloke is going to shoot at the Minotaur again. No, that's a 7,
Yeah,
and that's an 8.
Yeah, both miss.
Yep, just the arrows land in the sand. Rhea, baby, you're up.
I am going to. I don't think I can run forward very well. Spiritual weapon, please and thank you.
Okay, I might actually. What form do you choose for your spiritual weapon?
Big ol' hammer. Oh no, big ol' axe. Big ol' axe. Yeah.
Okay, I don't have an axe prepared, so next time.
Okay. Big ol' hammer next time, then that's fine. Whatever.
No. You can have an axe. I will have an axe token available next time.
Okay, I can get to here.
So, what happened to Daxos' spiritual weapon? Yeah, I don't know what happened to Eslin's one either, so fine.
He took it back.
There we go, you have
Wow.
a spectator as your spiritual weapon. That'll do for now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't see it.
Where, sorry?
Can I get it behind? Can I get it in front of this guy? This guy with the metal.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I'd like.
So
to
you
smash it.
shring a giant axe blade of, like... So it's similar in coloration to Daxos' one, is in terms of like a burning hot coal. But this is an axe as opposed to Daxos' hammer.
Yeah. So let's see if it hits. 13.
13 on that guy misses, unfortunately.
Okay, that's
He's better armored than his compatriots and just holds up his vambrace and radiant sparks erupt off of his vambrace.
That's fine. I will toll the dead him.
Okay, wisdom save, right?
Yes, correct.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay, no worries. I will go back home. See you later.
Okay, next up it is this guy who's heaving on death's door. He is going to try and take a swing at the echo in front of him. That's cocked. Natural 19, so unfortunately he swings and the echo vanishes. He's just gonna 5, 10, and he's gonna take an attack against you, Jason, with his mace with advantage. Sorry, not Jason. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. They're aware there's a big fucking crab next to them, right?
Yeah, he wouldn't have reached the crab. I think he's setting his sights on a reasonable goal.
Okay.
He doesn't feel like he stands a chance against the crab. We'll say that. You take 3 points of bludgeon damage.
Okay.
Okay. That's his turn. It is now this guy's turn, who is going to swing at you as well, Keno.
Okay.
Modified 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And 10 to hit.
10 misses.
You take 7 points of bludgeon damage.
Sweet.
Okay, yeah, that's his turn.
Do they all have it with advantage on pack tactics, or is it just the one?
The ones that aren't like the armored captain dude look like they all have they have all used pack tactics advantage.
Yeah, cool.
They basically all seem to be coordinating and flanking you.
Yeah.
So, Calliope's turn, she's going to skitter forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. And she's going to attack this little dude here. Yeah, that hits. Uh, 12... 18... So she does, so this crab does 3d10 on a hit. It's one attack, but it's 3d10. 18, 22 points of, bludgeon damage. And then, so she just raises a pincer and boom, slams him. He goes prone, and he's like, you hear multiple bones break. And yeah, before he was unscathed, and he's now reeling. And the captain type dude is looking around. He takes out a Gorpis and is going to, he's going to swing twice. So he takes out a Gorpis and a shield. No, he doesn't take out a Gorpis. He just takes out a big old Gorpis and he's going to swing twice. Once at Kenor and once at Calliope. So Kenor does a 21 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 5 points of slashing damage, and Calliope... No, he misses, and once again, just scrapes across her armored shell, unable to do anything. That's his turn. Yeah. Top of the initiative order, Amalia.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. And then produced an Echo Knight here.
Copy that. 1 second.
Yeah. Also, can my Echo and myself do attacks at the same time?
You have to use... You remember that things you thought you were the charges you have for an Echo?
Yeah.
When you use those, you can make one additional attack on your turn from the Echo, I believe. Let me double check the wording of it, but I think that's the case. Echo Knight. Yeah, so when you spend your Unleash Incarnation points, those 3 that you have, you can spend 1 on your turn to take an additional attack from the Echo's position.
Could I do 1 from me and 2 from the Echo?
Yeah. So you can divvy up your air attacks however you like. You just have to make the one that you use by spending that point from the Echo.
Okay. I will attack first.
Okay. I'm attacking the guy in front of you. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
So, Battle Axe. 27.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage on that.
Six. And then
You just open up a massive gash on his arm.
And then I'm
Make
gonna attack him again.
Okay.
Bad luck. 15.
15 hits.
Yes. 11 damage.
Okay. He's not looking good. This time the cut just goes across his abdomen and some gut comes out. He's like,
Okay, and then my Echo wants to attack this guy.
okay, you still have a bonus action hand axe attack unless you were attacking with two hands on the battle axe. What were you doing? No, so you attacked with one hand. You can still do the hand axe attack if you like.
One second. Hand axe is a 26.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Eight.
And with this one, you just stick the axe right in his skull. And as you pull it out, there's a sickening... just a splulch as his skull opens up, like split open from the axe, and he just falls to the ground, lifeless. So go ahead and make your Echo attack now. Roll another D... yeah, so just a normal weapon attack from the Echo.
Oh, for fuck's sake, 11.
11 just hits. Oh wait, so who are you attacking? The guy with the helmet?
Yeah.
11 misses. Unfortunately, mark off the point you used.
Does the Echo not get advantage on the thing with the spectator? Well, not
It's not a spectator, it's a spiritual weapon, so
Yeah.
no, and in any case it would have been +2, still not enough.
Okay.
I'm not using advantage flanking rule, I don't know, I just feel like it's too much.
No, I know, but that's what I was asking in terms of like, would the +2 be enough?
Okay, that is Amalia's turn. So next up it is this guy, who is going to take another shot, this time at Amalia. Amalia, does a 15 hit?
No.
Pachang! Just ricochets off of your shiny new armor, no harm done. No, natural 3. Pachang! Just ricochets again.
Little bitch.
Next up is... Keno.
Sweet. 2 attacks. Against the... Well, yeah, I'll just take 2 attacks. One against the guy on my left, one against the guy on my upper right.
The 2 unarmored guys, then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls.
So first attack
Or
is
make your first attack roll, yeah.
Yeah, first is a 25 to hit the first one.
25 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll.
That's the second time that's happened. There's another 25 to hit on the second one.
You can both hit. Go ahead and roll damage on both.
So the first one takes 11. Second one takes 7 points of damage.
One's head is just turned to soup. Sorry,
Sweet.
11 and 7. Which one took 11? Which one took 7? Be honest.
11 is on the left. 7 is on the top right.
Okay. One head is just turned to soup, and he's just... So not only do you cut his head in half, you also go like about a half a foot down into his chest cavity. It just opens up, and he falls to the ground lifeless. The second one, wham! You just open up his entire collarbone, and his lifeblood is pouring out of him, but he's barely still alive.
Beautiful. Then bonus action, hammering horns, make a strength saving throw.
To whom?
It's this guy here, the guy that is
Okay.
Almost dead.
No.
Okay, sweet. So he is pushed 10 feet away from me.
5, 10.
And it's there. He's not prone, so that's fine.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's my turn. Oh, actually, movement wise, what is my movement? It's 40 feet. Yeah, I'll risk an opportunity attack. I'll do 5. Oh, wrong one. I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Sweet. I'm gonna like as I like hammered him away from me. I'm gonna walk around and behind him because that's mean.
Okie dokie.
Do you want to get an opportunity attack with the spear guy?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just double checking I didn't miss any details. No, you're good. No.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, that's my turn then.
Okie dokie. After you, it is this guy's turn. He's gonna see Rhea, and he's gonna take a shot at her. Or 2 shots, actually. 14 to hit?
No, my AC's 19.
And 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You take 6 points of piercing damage. You're ready. The first arrow lands in your shield, but he goes for your legs for the second one and just hits you in the shin.
Which guy is it? The one
This guy.
in the middle?
This guy. No, this guy.
Okay.
So there's these, like, archer-looking dudes on top of these, like, how tall are the guard towers, actually? I had this written down. So these 30-foot tall guard towers, and each one of them is equipped with 2 archers, and they're shooting arrows at you.
Okay.
So, after that, this guy is going to try and make a run for it. So he's just going to run towards the water. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kianor and Calliope both get opportunity attacks. Kianor, go for it.
Sweet. That's a 22.
That definitely hits.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 14.
Yep, and he makes it about 4 feet before he realizes his legs are no longer beneath him, and his torso just slumps to the ground as he's been bisected. He dies.
Right.
Okay, it is... That guy's already gone. It is this guy's turn. He's going to shoot at Amalia because she's the nearest target. 2 shots. No. Pachang! Just ricochets off the armor. Amalia, you're basically like Iron Man in his first, like, debut scene in the Mark III suit. Pang, 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 pang!
I am Amalia.
This one, though, is a... Hold on. 18? Sorry, 19, which I believe hits.
Yep.
You take 7 points of piercing damage, so you're like, I am Amalia, and then, like, your cheek is sliced open by 1 arrow.
Oh, you're gonna regret that, you little bitch.
Scotty, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to continue my sprint around the back. So
Make another stealth check.
Yep. Nat 20. So 20.
That'll do it. I will say, though, make an acrobatics check to not lose any movement vaulting over a 10-foot high tentacle.
As I've been sprinting up to this point, that I will employ my mirthful leaps to add to... I don't know if that will affect the... I mean, that allows me to add something to my jump, like my high jump distance.
Yeah, so you roll a d8, I believe, to your high jump distance, right?
Yes. I don't know if that becomes relevant for this acrobatics check or not. Or, did you say athletics, sorry?
No, it was an acrobatics check to sort of scale it off. Let me double check. Movement, here we go. Travel place, difficult terrain, jumping. A high jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So 3 plus... What's your strength modifier?
1, so 4.
So 4 plus roll a d8. If you can get more than 10, I'll let you clear it without needing to roll the acrobatics check at all.
I already rolled acrobatics, which was 18. I rolled the 8 there, so I do get... I could go... 12 feet in the air, and I rolled 18 on the acrobatics, so...
You basically... You do the, like... You know those high jumps where they sort of do, like, that... Where they sort of, like, go, like, parallel to the ground and do, like, a half like a backflip, you know, in the Olympics, the high jump. You basically do one of those over the tentacle and don't lose any,
Fair.
don't lose any movement.
Be dashing 60 feet, but while dashing 60 feet in that direction, I'm also going to try, like, to help offset that I don't get seen.
Just by the way, each foot you clear of on the jump costs a foot of movement, so I'm going to say you have 10 feet movement less.
Okay, that's fair. So that'd be 50. I would also have moved north, like 20, like as I'd move diagonally, say about 20 feet, just to kind of, if they're like almost off map in terms of trying to make sure that I'm quickly invisibility. With
you are sticking to the shadows. We'll say with a natural 20. You do see those 3 thugs drawing weapons and getting ready to join in the fray. They don't seem to have noticed you at this time.
Oh, perfect. That's great. From where I am, I'm assuming this is where I can kind of get a better. Like now, I'm close enough. Even with this is clearly the only immediately apparent way down off this scaffolding that can be seen, and the rest seem
as far as you can tell, short of swimming, that appears to be the case.
Yeah, cool, brilliant, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, next up it is this guy, who is going to, again, she's the closest, he's going to shoot at Amalia. A 16 just bounces off of her backplate, and so does a 10. Chang, chang!
Are they humans?
Make a perception check.
17.
Check. They appear to be as human as far as you can tell. You haven't seen any.
Do they have dark vision then, or no?
They don't have dark vision. Humans don't have dark vision that you're aware of.
Okay.
These guys do. What do you ask, sorry?
Just because I was thinking, like, we don't have any lights on us, so whether they'd actually be able to see us from that distance.
So the moon is out, and the stars are out, so there is dim light. Plus, it's hard to tell because I raised the brightness, but they have lanterns everywhere. Just for the record.
But where we are, though.
Yeah, so, okay, they have spotlight lanterns, and coupled with the dim light, they can see your silhouettes enough to not make the attacks with a disadvantage. Because, remember, dim light does not confer... We just checked the rules on that. Dim light does not confer disadvantage on rolls.
Okay.
On attack rolls. Otherwise, I would have been having you guys roll with disadvantage as well, at least the ones who can't see in darkness like Kenor and Calliope right now. But they missed either way, so he missed both shots. Okay, it is your turn, Rhea.
I am going to move my full movement up to the guy in metal.
Okay.
And you'd think I'd do heat metal, but you're wrong.
Searing Smite?
No. Spiritual weapon. Not spiritual weapon, spiritual guardians.
Okay, what form do you choose for your spiritual guardians?
Just like little fires. Like almost like
okay.
little wisps.
Like... little balls of fire just circle around you. And form like a... So let me make a note of that on your token. So, yeah, I will say we will reflect that with... Actually, so, if you wouldn't mind drawing, like, a radius that you move with you, that's probably going to be the easiest thing.
I can't draw.
Well, no, so if you click that little right angle thing beneath the person icon... Yeah, so you succeeded, yeah.
It is... I don't think that's the right size, though. That's my problem.
No, it's just a little bit bigger, but it should tell you the size of the bottom. So just draw a fresh one. That's a little small.
Oh!
Okay, fine, hang on. Let me see if I can do this.
It's 10 meters.
10 meters, 10 feet.
Yes.
So
There we
10
go.
foot, 10-foot radius or 10-foot diameter?
It is 10 foot big.
What?
Oh, actually, no, it's 15 feet. I'm completely fucking wrong. I want to go to bed.
Okay, like, we're gonna go to bed soon, I promise.
Okay, we? Like, cool. Right, 15. It's bedtime. I'm tired. 15. There we go, done.
Okay.
Yay.
So just remind me
Fab.
to move that then. So, cool. So they, at the start of their turn or at the end of your turn? I always forget.
It's the start of their turn. And,
Okay, very well.
I'm halfway over, like, when I'm, like, waddling my way across, I will, have a go at trying to do Toll the Dead.
Okay, go ahead. A wisdom saving throw, so...
Yeah.
Natural 19.
Yep, no, it's cool.
Very well. Wait, Spirit Guardians is a bonus action?
No?
So you wouldn't have been able to toll the dead. That's an action
yeah,
as
it's
well.
true.
So it works out. Okay, I realize this is, you know, I promise this is not going to drag on forever. You're going to finish this section of the fight and then we'll call it the evening. Alright, next up it is Calliope's turn. Who is going to turn and attempt to do a slam attack against, or like a pincer attack against this dude. She rolled a 10, meaning that a 17 just hits. And he takes... Eight. Oh. I rolled a 10, an 8, and a 7. 25 plus 4. 29 points of bludgeon damage. He wham! His arm is just, his shoulder is completely broken and pulverized. He's knocked off his ass for a moment before he scrambles back up, and he is wrecked. He is rough. Like, he went from I'm okay to I am not okay. It is his turn. He doesn't like how this is playing out, so he's gonna make a run for it as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He did use the disengage action. But that is his turn.
I have...
Oh, you have Sentinel, so go ahead and attack anyway, yeah.
Yes. Battle axe. 21.
That hits, which means his movement is reduced to 0. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Aha! 14.
14 points of damage?
Yeah.
He's on death's door. You basically just slice open his tendon and he's like hobbling forward. He is freaking out and panicking. That's his turn. Amalia, it is actually your turn now.
Okay. Because he is dying, I will use my hand axe again, my battle axe, sorry, again, and hit him. And that rolls a 22.
That definitely hits. How do you want to do this? He has 2 hit points.
Oh, okay. So, as I slash him down into like a two-person, like decapitate his head off, I'd be like, "You stupid, and you shouldn't have messed with me."
And yeah, you just clean a slice. His head lands in the sand, kicks up a bit of sand for a moment. You guys have stained the beach red a fair bit with your violence, but with the bandits still firing at you and more bandits to come, you guys steel yourselves, confident in your initial strike with renewed resolve. You're like, we got this. And you move to, and begin to move into position, and that is where we'll conclude tonight's session, I will say. we'll keep the initiative order. We'll keep everything as it is. But it is 10:38. I think that's a reasonable place to come to a conclusion.
Nice.
All right. So to everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you like the turn of events that has come about over the past couple sessions with the different characters, and we hope to see more of these characters going forward. And I'm very excited for what the future holds. Have a good evening. We are DC30.
Bye.
Bye.